Pride Wave. There is a quiz? Yay, quiz!
Peggy 18.
Actually, this game has not been rated by Peggy, but it does contain graphic violence and probably shouldn't be played by anybody. We've got a Crossfire cross pack tonight with lots of crosses. Speaking of, what do you get if you cross a lion and a Tasmanian devil? Fired from the zoo. Ha. 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 Anyway, once at least 12 of you have joined the game, we will begin the process. One of you will not be cross, but 11 of you will be very momentarily cross. And then dead. Please stand by whilst I ruminate on who will join the process. Zeus has joined the process. Pyro has joined the process. Mantissa has joined the process. Grams has joined the process. Dirty Isle has joined the process. Jack has joined the process. Matt has joined the process. Cola has joined the process. Thumb has joined the process. Ralph has joined the process. Nando has joined the process. Fetz has joined the process. You will face 11 multiple choice questions. Answer on your devices. One player who answers incorrectly will be eliminated at random. In the event all players are correct, everybody is up for elimination. I have decided that it is far more fun for me if you don't know your fate until after it has happened. Therefore, I will not tell you the answer, nor whether you were correct until after elimination has taken place. Isn't this fun? For every correct answer, you will receive 50 pennies. The player who survives the process will receive an additional 500 pennies. Good luck. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Marta X Andrea. All 12 players were correct. I don't feel good about that, Zeus, but I'm sure I'll get over it. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was May X Rose. 2 out of 11 players were incorrect. It turns out safety mode was disengaged. Apologies for the confusion, Dirty Isle. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Ronald X. Donald. 4 out of 10 players were incorrect. The experimental reduction to atoms program was a complete success. Please enjoy the experience, Cola. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Derek X. Styles. 3 out of 9 players were incorrect. Thank you, Thumb, for volunteering to test the targeting system. You will be pleased to know that it still works. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Guy X Guy. 1 out of 8 players were incorrect. You appear to have gotten some brains on the carpet, Grams. We will be billing your estate in the fullness of time. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Muhammad X Olivia. 5 out of 7 players were incorrect. Matt had to leave us. They will be missed. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Billy X John. All 6 players were correct. Fetz is now in a better place. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Robbie X Johnny. 1 out of 5 players were incorrect. This process can really take it out of you. Mantissa knows that for sure. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Leslie X Ted. 2 out of 4 players were incorrect. So that's what Jack would look like if they were turned inside out. Good to know. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was John X Bernhard. All 3 players were correct. It's nothing personal, Nando. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Derek X Styles. All 2 players were incorrect. Let us have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade Ralph. Thank you for the respectful moment of silence. Congratulations to Pyro on surviving the process. You win 500 pennies. Many thanks to JohnJon88 for writing this evening's questions. I hope the rest of you aren't too cross following this very cross episode of Crossfire. Ha! Until next time, thank you for playing Crossfire. Goodbye.
Good evening, 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 good evening. And welcome to Game Night this Saturday evening, the 11th of October. Hope you are all keeping well. Lovely to have you all here. Thank you very much for coming to join me on this Saturday evening. Lovely to have you all here. Thank you very much to John for that opening pack of Crossfire there. Really lovely puzzly sort of set going on, which I enjoyed very, very much. And thank you very much to Stimpson for proofing it as well. For shame for Nando getting 10 out of 10 and then getting shot, but that's the name of the game.
What a shame.
It is a shame indeed, JC Denton. But congratulations to Pyro on taking that victory there. I hope you're back after the ads, if ads have just finished or if ads are just going. Hi, welcome on in. Lots to look forward to this evening. We've had a really lovely game of Crossfire to start with. We've got a slightly extended pack of Cryptex. I think there's 9 puzzles in tonight's pack of Cryptex, which comes to us courtesy of Fluffy Bunny Esquire. Let me just do a quick pack count. 1, 2, 3, puzzle count, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 3 of each tonight, 3 of each. So a slightly extended game of Cryptex, which would be very fun. I proved this one myself. Really nice theming actually running through this one, which I think you're really gonna dig. So do come and join the game if you'd like to play. Universal Controller is right there. Room code RRJX. And hello to JR and Stilgar, Lewis and SJ. Good evening, Proves and Jack, Fetz and Shapes, Brisbane and Solomon. Welcome to Fluffy and Ape and Toot and Flyboy, CJ and Colin, Nando and TVP. Hello to AB, me and Lupine and Stimpson and Matt and Oni and Sooty Cat, Thumb Ward, Dalton, Dogfish, Conradalac, Pyro, Natter, Invasion McMikey, Danger Dimples, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you are looking forward to some quiz action. Danger, welcome to you as well. Danger, friend over from Huds' side of things. Lovely to have you here. Are you? Have you got the? Is it just you, or is there a mini Danger with you as well tonight? Because if you've got mini Danger with you, I will endeavour to keep it clean, cleaner than I normally do. Well, it's normally relatively clean. It's normally fairly PG-13, but I'll make an extra special effort if you've got there's tiny ears listening in. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. So yeah, a couple of really solid packs tonight. We've got Cryptex by Fluffy to start us off. And then a little bit later on, we have got Bidding War by Quizzle. Now, Quizzle, I think, may have thought he was writing the Halloween special. We have got Bidding War on the Hallow stream at the end of the month. But it's not the Hallow stream tonight, but there are 1 or 2 spooky questions in there. Boys asleep, rightio, I'll turn the airwaves blue then, Danger. No, so we'll keep it PG-13 all the same. So there might be a couple of spooktacular questions coming up in Bidding War a little bit later on. Of course, at the end of the night, we have got the National Lottery, the Game Night Weekend main National Lottery draw, of which there's still a million things I still need to do on the lottery machine. Well, not a million, there's about 10, I think, but Google that has been taking up all of my energy and attention, 100% of my time recently. Put for snacks and Prosecco. That sounds like an excellent plan. I was going to have Prosecco tonight, but I had like half a bottle of red wine left, so I'm going to drink that first and then probably switch to Prosecco myself a bit later on. It's a very Thursday lineup for Saturday. What do you mean by a Thursday lineup, Joe? I mixed them up. When planning the schedule, there is an art form to doing the schedule. For those of you who don't know, the goal is to try not to have 2 feature games in the same stream in one season, so you'll never see The Escape Artist and The Purge more than once in a season. That is surprisingly difficult to finagle and still get a good spread without having like 3 games of The Escape Artist 3 streams in a row, for example. And also I try and get a relatively even balance of both formats on Thursdays and Saturdays, because some people can only watch on one or the other. So yeah, it is a bit like a sort of glorified Sudoku putting the schedule together, you'd think. You'd think I'd just do the same schedule every season and make it easier, but it's not quite as straightforward as that, as formats come back and go away and all the other bits and pieces that are involved. Also, season lengths change as well, as this season is a testament to, because we've got a chunky season this season. We're up to episode 6 tonight, and I think we're running all the way up to episode 25. I think is the last one. It's going to be Christmas Day. So yes, we'll be running for the rest of the year, and then I'll probably take a week or 2 off. There are a couple of streams where I'm not here in the coming weeks. I know Saturday, the 15th of November, I'm out at a friend's 50th birthday party. And there's probably another one that I'm going to be away for because of work, if not 2. But we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it, and we'll make everything work, and it'll be a lovely fun. So, Cryptex is our first game tonight. Say a slightly bumper pack, so I want to get it started in the next couple of minutes. So do come and join if you like to play. Unicorn right there, room code as well. I am streaming on actual Christmas Day. I am actually streaming on actual Christmas Day. Not at 8 o'clock, because I'll probably be half cut by then. I think it's going to be 4 p.m. The goal is get back from church, go to the pub, take the dog a walk, eat at sort of lunchtime, watch The King, and then probably stream shortly afterwards about 4, and then we've sort of got an open house from post-stream, so probably about 6:30 until sort of the day after Boxing Day. We've got an open house, so people are just sort of going to be coming and going. So those Christmas Day shows, actually, no, it wasn't. It's actually going to be done live. The questions may have been written in July. I know Lewis is writing one of the packs for Christmas Day, and he's submitted it already, so I think I'm writing one of them. I've got a pack that's been played on Thursday that I've written all of one question for. So, Google that is coming together quite nicely. It's the reskin of that is going to be premiering 2 weeks tonight. So, with a pack by me, it might be a retrofitted pack. It depends how quickly I can get the game logic done. But it's got to a place now where the groundwork is done. So it's just about building up logic and graphics. For that, which is basically all of my output, but hopefully that process is going to be a little bit easier now that I've done the numpty work. Does this sound a bit bassier to anyone tonight? Because I've had some gremlins with my audio setup. Voice Meter did something very weird and remapped it to some strange devices, so everything was coming out my sound bar. It's now coming out my headphones. It looks like it's piping onto stream, but I may have just changed the setting on here actually. That's what I've done. I don't know which one. That sounds a bit better. I'm going to go with that one. Sounds perfectly fine. Good. Well, that's good then. That's good with me. Let's get the camera centered so we don't have... Yeah, when I move, I'm going to be getting a proper green screen that actually covers the whole of the back wall. That's the goal. Right, 31 players in. So I think we should get on with this game. This pack has been written by Fluffy Bunny Esquire. There are 3... puzzles in each of the 3 rounds for a total of 9 this evening. Lots of fun to be had. I proved this one myself, so do enjoy and send all your love towards Fluffy Bunny for the excellent trivia. As ever, we're completely, very, very, totally reliant on the goodwill of writers in the community who power all of the trivia in the community and do an excellent job. So thank you very much to all the writers and particularly to Fluffy for this pack. Let's lock it up and get on with the game. 3rd edition of Google that, 4th edition of Danger Zone, 2nd edition of the Pyramid and Cryptex. I think everything is now on a 2nd edition, Nato. I think the oldest game still in its original form, I think, is the Mole. And that's not even that old. That's sort of 2022, I think. I think that's the last, and it doesn't go on regular rotation. But yeah, that's the last game that is in its original format, I think. Everything else has been reskinned. Yeah, Mole's Hackbox era, so I think 2022. The first one with the Unicom was Bidding War, I think, which we're playing later. Well, it wasn't. It had its own bespoke thing, and then it became the Universal Controller, and then Risky Business picked up that mantle, and it sort of went from there. So, anyway, here's how to play. In each puzzle, the objective is to crack the Cryptex by taking the indicated letter of each clue and populating it into that position of the Cryptex solution. Clues are delivered in that format there. Yeah, Crystal Maze isn't really... I suppose the mold isn't on active rotation, so I suppose you could make the argument for the Crystal Maze is still in its original format. I still think that was a good idea, their score count. I think that good idea was called Bidding War, which is basically what the end game of Dealer's Den was, but slightly more confusing with poker chips. But no, I really enjoyed Dealer's Den, but it didn't seem to light the airwaves on fire, and it's very low on the list of things I'm going to want to reskin. But actually, it doesn't really need reskinning, it just needs a different API so it can do Universal Controller. First appearance, Season 9, Episode 5. Thank you, JR, our statistician on tap. So you get the ordinal letter that you need to take from the current clue for the solution, the clue or clues in the case of combination that you need to solve, and the number of letters in the current clue in square brackets at the end. We've got 3 decryption, 3 combination, 3 decipher, and we'll get round-specific rules ahead of each round. And in all cases, though, in this game, spelling must be exact, so do take care. Right, those are the rules. That's how to play. Basically looking to crack the Cryptex, and let's go to our first round. Starting with decryption. In this round, you get 5 points for each clue you solve, with a penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers. You may solve clues at any time, even if they are not the current clue. All of the clues will persist on your devices, so if you don't know it immediately and then 4 clues later you look at it again and you think, oh, actually, it might be that, then you can still answer them. They're still worth points. You can crack the Cryptex at any point before the end of the puzzle, and that will get you a bonus 10 points. I think all but one of these puzzles are classic Cryptex length. insofar as they are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they're all 8. No, there's an 8, a 7, 8, 8, 9, 8. That might be a 10. 8. Most of these are 8. There's a couple that are one either side, but most of these are 8 in length. So we'll get into a good flow of sort of time per clues. So be warned, this is one of the harder. This is one of the harder games. Not seen this game before. Hope you give it many thumbs up. Look at those so far. Thank you very much, Thumbmore. And Score, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, this is actually both Cryptex and Bidding War are probably two of the harder games in the output, but Bidding War in particular. But Cryptex, if you like crosswords, you'll get on like a house on fire. Right, good luck to you all. Let's go to our first puzzle. And the Cryptex category. A unit I will need to log to some scale. A unit I will need to log to some scale. That is a clue for the Cryptex. Let's get on to the clues. First one. You want the fifth letter? A nightingale. Also an Eva Cassidy compilation album. 8 letters. Once you've solved that, you get the fifth letter. That will add to your Cryptex solution. Next, can receive a gratuity or a cow that can be pushed over. Can receive a gratuity or a cow that can be pushed over. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Our next one. Group of jawless fish characterized by a toothed funnel-like sucking mouth. Group of jawless fish characterized by a toothed funnel-like sucking mouth. Sounds familiar. Next, NFL team whose quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa. Bloody hell. NFL team whose quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa. There is our first crack of the Cryptex. That noise means somebody has cracked the Cryptex for 10 points. Well done to that player. And another to our next one. It could be a ring or filled with jam. We're after the UK spelling of this particular word. Glad I'm just watching, says Danger. Yeah, but there'll be a couple come up, you'll start shouting the answers at the screen. They'll be like, oh, I must join in. Few more getting solved now, a few more cracks coming. You know that one, there you go, you see? Let's join the next one. On to the next one. Organisms such as bacteria of microscopic size. The answer is not bacteria. We would not have the answer in the question. Organisms such as bacteria of microscopic size, but the fact that bacteria is in the question gives you a clue as to the fact that it's not bacteria. To our next one. The buns and the chips could be described as happy. The buns and the chips could be described as happy. I like JR. Final clue. Ungraciously refused an invite to polish silverware again. Ungraciously refused an invite to polish silverware again. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex or solve any of those clues that have gone by so far. Chance to get some points on the board. Last few solves are coming in. What's your spelling, Matt? You one letter out. Can you get it in time? Just in time. The solution to the Cryptex was decibels. A unit I will need to log to some scale. A ring filled with jam is a donut from where we got the D. Ungraciously refused an invite to polish silverware again. Rebuffed from where we got the E. Organisms such as bacteria of microscopic size are microbes from where we got the C. The buns and the chips could be described as happy. That's families from where we got the I. A nightingale and an Eva Cassidy compilation album is songbird from where we got the B. A group of jawless fish characterised by a toothed funnel-like sucking mouth are lampreys from where we got the E. Can receive a gratuity or a cow that can be pushed over is tippable from where we got the L. And an NFL team whose quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa is Dolphins from where we got the S. And there is a little running theme running through all the puzzles tonight. There are extra clues hidden within the clue answers themselves. And in that particular one, A unit I will need to log to some scale. The answer was decibels, and if you were very observant, you would have seen that the first two letters, or first couple of letters of each answer: donut, rebuffed, microbes, families, songbird, lampreys, tippable, dolphins, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. So there is a bit of a running theme throughout each of the puzzles tonight. They're all quite well layered. So there are subtle extra clues if you can spot the theme. Excellent, yes. Yeah, universal praise, I think, for this fluffy buddy. And there's not just this one. That persists throughout the packs, which is why I thought it was a particularly creative scream from Stilgar. So yeah, keep your eye out for those. I'm not going to tell you what they are in advance because I don't want to give too much away, but of course I will give you all that information at the end. Let's take a look at the scores. Gold if you crack the Cryptex, and green for a perfect score. Nobody with a perfect score there. 60 was the most you could have pulled out of that round. 50, I beg your pardon. So Toot is leading with 45, Dogfish in second with 35, JR and Ralph currently tied in third with 34. So quite a few managing to crack the Cryptex there, so very well done. Plenty of puzzles still to go, so let's move on to puzzle number 2. Okie dokie. The Cryptex category, spouse in the house, with 7 letters. A spouse in the house with 7 letters. Our first clue, and these are coming in order across the Cryptex for this one, so we may get a few earlier solves. Wife of King Charles III, UK, Windsor. 7 letters. Wife of Henry IV of England, Lancaster. Also, forename of American folk musician Bays. There is our first Cryptex solve. Very well done to that person in just over 25 seconds. Just 4 letters in this clue. Wife of Henry IV. To our next one. Husband of Mary I of Scotland. From the House Stuart. Also, unit of electrical inductance, 5 letters. I believe it's the second spouse of Mary I of Scotland, Mary Queen of Scots. Another couple of solves coming in. To our next one. Wife of Frederick II of the Holy Roman Emperor. The Holy Roman Emperor of Hohenstaufen. Also, the largest lake in Germany and Austria. 9 letters, you want the 4th. Wife of Frederick II. And a lake in Germany and Austria. To our next one. In British peerage, rank below Earl and above Baron. 8 letters. You want the 5th. You just answered a question not asked yet. Well played, Brute. That's a thing. That's a thing that can happen. To the next one. Wife of Charles II of England, House Stuart. Also, wife of the current Prince of Wales. 9 letters, and what's your spelling? Final clue. A type of crown also can be paired with kind hearts. 7 letters, you want the 7th. This is certainly not one of them, says Fetz. A little bit of a history round of a fashion. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex. Solve any of the other clues that have gone. All the dials are going backwards apart from the first one, which is going forwards. Danger thinks they've got the answer. Got one answer. I can tell you the solution to the Cryptex. Spouse in the house. It was consort. Consort. Let's go through them. Wife of King Charles III, that's Camilla, from where we got the C. Wife of Henry IV of England, and forename of American folk musician Bays is Joan, from where we got the O. Husband of Mary I of Scotland, and the unit of electrical inductance was Henry, or Henri, from where we got the N. Wife of Frederick II was Constance, from where we got the S. In British peerage, between Earl and Baron, you get Viscount, from where we got the O. The wife of Charles II was Catherine, from where we got the R. Catherine spelt with an C at the beginning. And a type of crown that could be paired with kind hearts is coronet. Kind hearts and coronet. Was a 1949 film. And with those, I think you saw they all had a royal theme to them. So yeah, some of the clues are slightly more on the surface than deep, but those were all very much on the surface. They were all royal, which gave you the in to consort. Viscount is just a biscuit, yes. There is another biscuit question, funnily enough. Another biscuit question with a double meaning later on in this pack, which I'll let you discover as and when we get there. Not as many cracking the Cryptex there, but quite a few, certainly the top 12, as well as Cola and Flyboy. 3 perfect scores, though, from Nando, Shapes, and Toot. Very well done. Toot has the lead. Shapes and Ralph and Dogfish all tied up in second at the moment, with Nando currently in de facto third with 73. Very well done. If you've got some points out of that, don't worry, Conrad, there is still time to get out of that negative zone. Let's go on to our next puzzle, which is the final of round number 1. Let's play. And then I'll give you a minute to catch your breath. Warning for characters maybe not appearing on the Universal Controller, but I don't think there's anything essential. Your Cryptex category, hooked on a feeling, it's quantitative easing. Hooked on a feeling, it's quantitative easing. 8 letters in the Cryptex, and to our first clue, Hungary. 6 letters. Hungary FT, 6 letters. Next one, Tunisia DT, 5 letters. Sort of, there is our first soul. I'm not going to say who it is, but very well done to that player. There's a sort of minimalist round, this one. Next, Netherlands before 2002, and then an F of some description, which is appearing on graphics, but not on devices or at my end either in the operator, because the operator and the Unicon use the same font family, but graphics has apparently got it. Netherlands before 2002. Venezuela, BS. 7 letters. Oh, of course you... no, I forgot. Yeah, Cryptex uses a... Cryptex uses a different one. Cryptex has the monospaced font on the Unicon, so you're fine. Next one, Finland before 2002, MK, 6 letters. Yeah, I forgot Cryptex has got the monospace font to make it easier for the layout. So actually, we're not on the same font. So it's just me who can't see them in the operator, but I can see them on graphics. But not that one. India, square, 5 letters. You want the 4th. Hooked on a feeling, it's quantitative easing. So a double level clue here. It's a clue to the Cryptex. It might also be a clue to these clues in general. Clue to the clues. Next, Spain before 2002, PT. Playable trailer. 6 letters, you want the 5th. And final clue, pound, dollar, euro, yen, more broadly. 8 letters, you want the 8th. Hooked on a feeling, it's quantitative easing. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex coming up. One, two, three, go. 10 seconds. 12 seconds, I think, actually. Actually, I can't remember, because I've always said that dynamically for this round, depending how many clues there are after. It's definitely there, just not on all font families, apparently. The solution to the Cryptex, hooked on a feeling, is quantitative easing. Monetary. Monetary was the answer. Just to go through the answers. Finland before 2002, we were looking for currencies in all of these. MK was the marker, from where we got the M. Hungary used the forint, from where we got the O. Tunisia uses the dinar, from where we got the N. India uses the rupee, from where we got the E. Spain, before 2002, playable trailer, used the peseta, from where we got the T. Venezuela uses the bolivar, from where we got the A. Apparently the symbol for that is BS. Netherlands, before 2002, used the guilder, from where we got the R. And more broadly, those are all currencies, which rather happily has come up as the 8th clue, from where we got the Y. Right, Playable What? It's a video game called Playable Trailer of Silent Hills that then got cancelled, and it's become the stuff of legend amongst horror fans because it sort of set the bar so very, very high for what's possible for first-person horror games. But it never got made into an actual game, but it spawned a load of sequels. Oh, is it Playable Teaser? I thought it was Playable Trailer. Maybe it is Playable Teaser, but yeah. If there's some footage, you could probably find a copy somewhere on the internet, but if there's footage around, it's really quite scary. Anosep, welcome to the stream. It's a name I haven't seen for a little while. Hope you're keeping well. So let's just take a look at the scores after the first round. Gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex there. Quite a few managing to do so. And a few perfect scores there as well. Dogfish, Nando, Zeus, Boink, Jack, all getting a perfect score of 50 out of that puzzle. Very well done. Toot still has the lead with 139. Dogfish in second by a point with 124. Nando currently in third with 123, and Shape's just a point behind on 122. Well, spoilers, that's the 9th crit. So it's giving me a migraine. That's the 9th Cryptex. Yeah, it could well be. Well, it's all gone well so far, but we're about to up the ante as we move on to round number 2. Round 2 is combination, and we're starting with puzzle 4. You get 5 points for each clue you solve, with a penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers, as before. You may solve clues at any time, even if they are not the current clue, as before. Each clue, however, in this round will be formed by blending 2 words with at least 2 letters overlapping. You may solve half a clue to help gain letters in the Cryptex, and remember the Cryptex will be a real word, not a blended word, but you won't receive points for it until you solve both halves. So if, for example, the clue is poker hand of 5 hearts and fluffy animal, that would be flush and sheep. You can just type flush and it will give you the information for flush on your device, which might help you with that Cryptex letters, but you don't get points for it until you also give me sheep. And you can type that all as one word if you like. You can type flusheep, which is always kind of fun to do, or you can type them as 2 individual. It's entirely up to you. It depends how and when you solve them. Effectively, 2 clues per clue, or 2 answers per clue, and at least 2 of the letters will overlap. Sometimes it will be more, but it will be at least 2 of them for a bit of a word smash. As ever, crack the Cryptex at any point before the end of the puzzle and you will get a bonus 10 points. Those are the rules. 3 puzzles of combination coming up, starting with this one. Typing flush heap is fun. It certainly is. Certainly is. Legally distinct answer smash. Yes, very much. Very much legally distinct answer smash. Okay, so the category for this Cryptex, you won't get this in a month of Sundays. You won't get this in a month of Sundays, with 8 letters. And starting with our first clue, pleasant weather and relating to the mind. Pleasant weather and relating to the mind, and that player solving it within 15 seconds. Very well done to you. Keep playing because there's still points available. On the next clue, Abbess of Bingen, German mystic and visionary, and US-Italian restaurant chain Olive... what? 11 letters in total for the smash-up. Yes, it has to be legally distinct answer smash because I actually build the software that runs actual answer smash on Richard Osman's House of Games. So, although I like to think this game was maybe around before Richard Osman's House of Games, so I'm not sure if I can back that up. It probably wasn't. Next, theoretical physicist Hawking and US Energy Commodities and Services Company that went bankrupt in 2001. 10 letters in total in the smash. You're on the 8th letter of that one. Next, Fawlty Towers Patriarch and Element 14. 9 letters, you want the second. This is a fun answer smash to say, I will tell you. Landlord of the House of Games, indeed so. Next, martyred Archbishop of Canterbury who died around 1170, and a synthetic drug called Special K. 11 letters, you want the 7th. Martyred Archbishop of Canterbury and synthetic drug called Special K. 11 letters in total in the smash, you want the 7th. Remember, you won't get this in a month of Sundays, is the Cryptex clue, or the Cryptex category, so Quite a few souls coming in as we've heard a lot of biddings already. Our next clue, Sopranos lead actor Gandolfini and between the thermosphere and the stratosphere. Sopranos lead actor Gandolfini and between the thermosphere and the stratosphere. 12 letters, you want the fourth. 39 days after Easter Sunday, or the 40th day of Easter if you prefer, and a chemical bonding in table salt. 39 days after Easter Sunday, and the chemical bonding in table salt, NaCl. 11 letters, you want the fifth. And the final clue, New Zealand mountaineer who first climbed Everest, Hillary, and Dull. New Zealand mountaineer who first climbed Everest, Hillary, and Dull. 9 letters, you want the sixth. Remember, you can solve any of the other clues as well, or you can crack the Cryptex if you think you've got enough information. Last few seconds to try and solve any of the other clues or crack the Cryptex. That starts now. The solution was calendar. You won't get this in a month of Sundays. First one, pleasant weather and relating to the mind, clement and mental, clemental, from where we got the C. Fawlty Tales Patriarch and Element 14 is Basil and Silicon, Basilicon, from where we got the A, that is fun. Abbess of Bingen and the US Italian restaurant chain Hildegarden Garden, from where we got the L. It's James Gandolfini and the Mesosphere, Jamesosphere, from where we got the E. Ascension and Ionic for the next one, Ascentionic, from where we got the N. Edmund and Mundane, Edmundane, from where we got the D. Beckett and Ketamine, Becketamin, from where we got the A. And the theoretical physicist Hawking and the US energy company that went bust, Stephen and Enron, Steve Enron, from where we got the R. Let's take a look at the scores. I can't remember what the running theme was on that one. Let me just look up in my notes. I think that was the only one without a sort of pervading theme. But I think the rest of them do have them. So, how do we do? Lots of gold there. Make a Olive Garden and Ketamine. Danger, suggest that as a raid message. Put a hash and then type Olive Garden and Ketamine and suggest it as a raid message because that's quite funny. No one else is allowed that, only Danger. Because yes, it comes in as we can have that as a raid message later on. Well, there you go, Olive Garden and Ketamine. If I like that later on, then you get some pennies, and it could be the raid message. Plenty of gold there. Toot, Nando's, Shapes, Dogfish, Ralph, Boink, Joggy Zeus, Cola Proogs, AB Mia, Podo, Flyboy, JR Stilgar, Crapatex, Anacep, Fetz, and Brisbane, all cracking at the Cryptex there. And Toot with another perfect round, getting themselves another 50 points. Very well played. Nando in second now with 163. Shapes in third with 159. Toot leading with 189. But we're still not quite halfway through the game yet. So still plenty of time to make up those scores. The Archbishop of Ketamine. That does sound like a rough neighbourhood near Swindon, possibly. Right. There's got an opportunity to come join the game, and there's Woollyback doing just that. Welcome to the game, Woollyback. You won't appear on the leaderboard, but you will get the payload moving into the next, puzzle. Let's do that now. Hide the leaderboard and moving on to puzzle number 5. So the Cryptex category here. It's going to be my band name. Spoiler alert for Luke. Spoiler alert for Luke is your Cryptex category. It's got 9 letters and 2 are clues. Dodge and how a mathematician gets pleasure from fathoming a formula. 10 letters, you want the 7th. To our next. Oh, that player solving in under 20 seconds. Very well done. Patella Protector and baseball team in San Diego. Patella Protector and baseball team in San Diego. 10 letters, you want the 4th. Slightly chunkier puzzle here with 9 clues, so we're going to be going a little bit quicker through them. Next, replace with a new contract and glaze of soy sauce, mirin and sugar. Replace with a new contract and glaze of soy sauce, mirin and sugar. 12 letters, you need the 9th. To our next, celeb snapper and motion that a slalom skier makes. Celeb snapper and motion that a slalom skier makes. The whole smash is 13 letters long. You need the 5th. To the next one, Brisbane Cricket Ground, colloquially, and Patterson, who wrote Waltzing Matilda. 8 letters, you want the 6th. Brisbane Cricket Ground, colloquially, and Patterson, who wrote Waltzing Matilda. 8 letters, you want the 6th. Spoiler alert for Luke is the Cryptex category, incidentally. I know a whole one! You should join the game, Danger! You find it's very satisfying. Tiered Asian tower or temple, and anti-establishment art movement that started in 1915. 8 letters, you want the 1st. Circular building, for example, the Pantheon, and a type of rail used on a wall or slot cut in joinery. I know what this word is, for a guy explained it to me, and I'm actually looking at one right now. The second half of that clue, type of rail used on a wall. To our next one, SI unit of electrical current, and to lease a movie or lease a movie or car. SI unit of electrical current and lease a movie or car. 10 letters in total, you want the 8th. More solves coming in. Final clue for you. Capital of Iraq and refusing to be persuaded. Capital of Iraq and refusing to be persuaded. 12 letters. So I simply can't be asked. That's valid. Enjoy the Prosecco. Just shouting at the screen instead. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex here. Solve any of the other clues that you haven't got to yet. Spoiler alert for Luke is the clue. The solution was paternity, referencing Luke Skywalker from Star Wars there. To our clues, tiered Asian tower or temple, anti-establishment art movement, pagoda and Dada, pagodada, from where we got the P. Next, Baghdad and adamant, Bagdadament, from where we got the A. Rotunda and dado, rotundado, from where we got the T. Knee-pad and padres, knee-padres, from where we got the E. Paparazzi and zigzag, paparazzi zigzag, from where we got the R. Gabba and banjo, gabanjo, from where we got the N. Dodge and mathematician getting pleasure from fathoming a formula. Evade and derives, ever derives, from where we got the I. Ampere and rental, next ampere rental, from where we got the T. And novate and teriyaki, novate teriyaki, from where we got the Y. Paparazzi zigzag is what this game is all about. It pretty much is. Paparazzi zigzag. Anyone spot the running theme in that one? It was related. Hashtag who's my daddy? Stilgar has got there. Stilgar has got there. I lost like 5 points trying to spell paparazzi. I did see you trying to spell paparazzi, Joe. I did clock that. Bad luck, but yeah, spelling's got to count. It's a crossword after all. Yeah, so the theme there was that all of the answers contain father in different languages. So you had Bagdadament, which had dad, Rotundado, which had dad, Ni Padres, which had padre, which is Spanish for dad. What was the first one? Pagodada, which had dad as well. Paparazzi zigzag had papa. Gabanjo had abba, which is Hindi. Ever derives had Veda, which is Dutch, also leaning into the Cryptex clue as well. Amperental had père, which is French, and Novateriaki had Vater, or Vater, which is German. So a lot of dad level clues in that puzzle. That's not what he says, Solomon Dudley. That's not going to be the raid message. It's no, I am your father. Goodness me, I thought we knew that by now. Oh, incidentally, spoiler alert. Right, we've got, let's look at the scores actually before we go on. No perfect scores that time. So we just ignore that in English, another example. Panini, yes, indeed. No, I am your daddy. That works as well. Welcome to the stream, Woollyback. No, I am your raider. Indeed. Lots of these coming up now. Well, you're far too late, Briggs. I mean, it's been out for 45 years now. I don't really consider it a spoiler anymore. It was a spoiler for a film that came out in 1980. No perfect scores, but quite a few cracking the Cryptex there and going gold. Toot's got the lead with 223. Shape's now in second with 195. And Nando slips to third with 190. Still plenty of points up for grabs, though, as we move on to the third and final puzzle of round 2. And Licomaniac, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Tell us something really like Rosebud was a sad. Whoops. Yeah, so again, not sure it's for film release. What was 1952 Citizen Kane? 1942 maybe? 1941. Yeah, that's not a spoiler at this point. Who's to watch the film? Right, let's get on. Let's get on with it. Final puzzle of the combination round, and here it is. It's a Neapolitan staple with 8 letters. Starting with the first clue, fungus involved in 5 21st century Nobel Prizes and Oriental. Fungus involved in 5 21st century Nobel Prizes and Oriental. Next one has plain and self-raising varieties. Mountain range in Russia that divides Europe and Asia. Has plain and self-raising varieties and a mountain range in Russia that divides Europe and Asia. That's really funny, Danger. Yeah, that seems... I think that's one of those cosmic ironies, I think. Next, Japanese graphic novel form and Allium sativum. Japanese graphic novel form and Allium sativum. Jogging, welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but first time chatting, welcome on in. Next, souvenir and movie reviews are rotten varieties of these. Souvenir and movie reviews are rotten varieties of these. 13 letters, you want the 5th. Neapolitan staple, there's our first solve. Well done, Neapolitan staple with 13 letters. Next one, Hindu festival of colours and has virgin and extra virgin varieties. 2 words, no space. 9 letters, you want the 4th. Ignore the space in the second half of that clue. To our next one, H2O and business sector comprising services. H2O and business sector comprising services. Neapolitan staple. Not as many Cryptex solves so far. 2 clues to go. Let's have the next. Found in an apple or nuclear reactor and rearranged near goo. Found in an apple or nuclear reactor and rearranged near goo. It's the first of our cryptic clues. We might be seeing a couple more before this pack is out. 8 letters, you want the 3rd? Final clue, NaCl. Can you remember back? Because this was referenced in the last puzzle. And this tells you how high you're flying. 10 letters, you want the 2nd. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex, friends. Or solve any of the other clues that have gone. Either in whole or in halves. The solution to the Cryptex, a Neapolitan staple. Wow. Oh, last minute solve there. It was a Podo Nuevo, well played, and it was a marinara, is a Neapolitan staple. I'll tell you the theme in a minute, but to go through them, Japanese graphic novel form and Allium sativum, manga and garlic, mangarlic, from where we got the M. Next, salt and altimeter, saltimeter, from where we got the A. Next, core and oregano, corregano, from where we got the R. Next one, holly and olive oil. Olive oil. Olive oil. That's how you say it with an Italian accent, for where we got the I. Memento and tomatoes were next. Mementomatoes, that's a fun thing to say, for where we got the N. Flour and Urals. Flourals, from where we got the A. Yeast and Easton. Yeaston, from where we got the R. And water and tertiary. Watertiary, from where we got the A. A Neapolitan staple, which is of course a pizza, and in the answers there you had in every answer an ingredient in a pizza. Garlic, salt, oregano, olive oil, tomatoes, flour, yeast, and water. So there were some pizzas running through there as well. We've got a few perfect scores here. Excuse me. Welcome to the game, Clive. And, oh, excuse me. Yeah, Toot, Shaped, Ralph and Dogfish getting a perfect score of 50 there. Very well played. Lots of people cracking that Cryptex, which is great to see. And Toot with the lead, 273. Shaped still in second with 245. Ralph now in third with 238. But still much to play for. Toot's had that lead from quite early on. He's not extended it by much since about the second puzzle. He got a good lead early on, and he's not extended it by a huge amount. So what it would take would be Toot to have a slip-up on one of these final three puzzles. Or maybe it takes him a little bit longer because, of course, the rules changed a little bit. So that top spot still very much in contention as we hide the leaderboard with 35 players in the game now. I think that Clive has just joined, which is very gratifying. And we go to round 3. In Decipher, the objective is to crack the Cryptex as fast as possible. No points for the clues, though do still solve them because they will appear on your devices and they will help you to get letters in your Cryptex. I'll help to visualize it, so hopefully you can get there a bit quicker. But do bear in mind you still lose a point if you give a wrong answer. For every clue that is revealed, 5 points will be taken from the potential winnings, which is shown in square brackets at the top of your device at all times. So the longer it takes you to solve, the fewer points you get. So the earlier you solve, the more it's worth. I think it's worked out by the score is number of clues in the puzzle times 5 plus 15. So if there were 5 clues in the puzzle, that'd be 25 plus 15. It means the maximum is 40 if you solve it immediately. But that does happen very occasionally, but not all the time. And this one, this is Fluffy's interesting idea. He said it's a bit of a daft idea, but the concept tickled him. I actually think this is kind of good. I will give you a heads up when I tell you the Cryptex category. It's not a phrase. The Cryptex category, the clue for the Cryptex solution on this first puzzle, that's the only clue that you're getting apart from the clues that are layered into them. So it's not actually a phrase, just so that you're aware. But it does tie into the overall theme of this puzzle. It's kind of clever. I think it's very clever, but I'll see how you guys feel about it. Best of luck solving as fast as you can. Let's play. So your Cryptex category. Impersonate in well-behaved manner at the forum 5-5. Your first clue. Programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie in MCMLXXII. One letter, you want the first. Next, Hallie Joel Osment played David in the Spielberg-directed film from MMI. 2 letters, you want the second. Next, golf association that holds 54-hole tournaments. 3 letters, you want the third. Next, how Julius Caesar likely said conquered in XLVII BCE. 4 letters, you want the fourth. Remember, we're looking for impersonate in well-behaved manner at the forum. Associated with XXX years of marriage. 5 letters, you want the fifth. If you've spotted a trend through these clues, that might help you a little further on the category as well. Or on the Cryptex, rather. Next, Octavian defeated Mark Antony at this battle in XXI BCE. 6 letters, you want the sixth. There is the first solve. Hold on to that, player. To our next one. Typically, IV of these drums can be used in a modern orchestral ensemble. 7 letters, you want the seventh. And our next solve. Element XXII, which shares its name with an MMXI hit for David Guetta and Sia. Or Guetta. I think it's Guetta, not Guetta. My bad. Italian general and revolutionary, dictator of Sicily and MDCCCLX. Also, a biscuit. There you go, Danger. I told you there was another biscuit question. Final clue. Type of operation to turn M plus D plus C plus L plus X plus V plus I into MDCLXVI. 10 letters, you want the 10th. Not many solves so far. If you don't solve the Cryptex, you'll get pity points for every answer that you've got correct. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. Last chance to crack it now. Now I know the entire thing, honest. Impersonate in well-behaved manner at the forum. 5-5. It was civil mimic. It was a cryptic clue. Programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie. It was C, from where we got the C. Hallie Joel Osment played David in AI, from where we got the I. Golf association that holds 54-hole tournaments was LIV, or Live, possibly, from where we got the V. How Julius Caesar likely said conquered was Vici, Veni Vidi Vici, from where we got the I. Associated with 30 years of marriage is the Pearl, from where we got the L. Octavian defeated Mark Antony at the Battle of Actium, from where we got the M. Typically 4 timpani are used in a modern orchestral ensemble, from where we got the I. Element 22, which shares its name with a hit for David Guetta and Sia, is titanium, from where we got the M. Italian general and revolutionary and also a biscuit is a Garibaldi, from where we got the I. And the type of operation to turn that into that is arithmetic, from where we got the C. So your running theme in there was a lot of Roman references because each clue or answer had Roman numerals, and the clue to the Cryptex could be spelt entirely with Roman numerals. Civil mimic. So that was the theme running through there. We can see there weren't many solves, but a lot of pity points going out. So you get pity points for every clue that you solved. You got a point if you didn't manage to crack the Cryptex in its entirety. Slightly more abstract puzzle for us there, but it was certainly an interesting experiment, and we have got quite a few solves in there. I think Podo was the first to solve, followed by Toot. A two, Ben, indeed. It's just a compound word because I did say that at the beginning. I said it wasn't a phrase. It was. I did ask Fluffy about it. It's not a particular phrase, but I did also explain that at the start of the puzzle, if you were listening. So two Dogfish, Nando, Boink, Joggy, and a Podo managing to crack that Cryptex there. Very well done. You'll have gotten the bonus points. Everyone else getting some pity points along the way. You were listening, yes. Okay, good. You were okay. Just maybe I wasn't clear enough then. Right, let's move on. We've got 35 players in the game and 2 puzzles to go in this pack of Cryptex tonight. On to our next one. Okay, let's take a look at this. I evidently didn't listen. Okay. Your clue for the Cryptex, instrumental to getting white, black, blue, red, and gold. 8 letters. First clue, this major scale has no sharps and 1 flat, namely B flat. 1 letter, and unsurprisingly, you want the first. So we're going in order again. Patriarch of the Bundy family in Married with Children. 2 letters, you want the second. There's our first solve. Well done, that player. Next one, nothing but a G-Fang for this rap doctor. 3 letters, you want the third. There's another solve. Well played. Sorry, Danger. It's me not explaining things clearly. To our next, 1996 rock musical by Jonathan Larson. 4 letters, you want the fourth. And next, opposite of acidic, 5 letters. Prosecco and a lightweight. Those were the days. So two glasses of Prosecco now barely touches the sides for me. On to the next one, where Betjemin wished friendly bombs to fall on. 6 letters, you want the 6th. Remember, the Cryptex category, instrumental to getting white, black, blue, red, and gold. With style. Also ornamental tuft of feathers on a helmet. Final clue, twice the radius of a circle. 8 letters, you want the 8th. Crack that Cryptex for maximum points. Instrumental to getting white, black, blue, red, and gold. Last opportunity now. I see you brute forcing your way to the first question, Owen Dalton. The solution was Fletcher. Fletcher was the solution, just to go through them. Major scales, no sharps, but one flat. That's F, F major. Patriarch of the Bundy family, married with children, was Al Bundy, from where we got the L. Nothing but a G-Thang for Dr. Dre, from where we got the E. 1996 rock musical by Jonathan Larson was Rent, from where we got the T. The opposite of acidic I thought was alkaline, but apparently it's also known as basic, from where we got the C. Where Betjeman wished friendly bombs to fall was Slough, from where we got the H. With style and an ornamental tuft of feathers on a helmet is panache, from where we got the E. And twice the radius of a circle is, of course, the diameter, from where we got the R. So yes, instrumental to getting white, black, blue, red and gold. Those are the colours on an archery target. And the instrument part of instrumental is the arrow made by a Fletcher. Quite a few of us cracking the Cryptex there and going gold. Very well played. Let's just check in with the scores. Toot's got 338, who's ahead of Nando in second with 285 and Shapes in third with 284. Close run thing between Nando and Shapes here. Toot is technically, I think, actually has got the victory. I think there's 50 points available in the last Cryptex. So I think Toot's got the gold, but it's a race for second between Nando and Shapes. And don't dismiss Ralph just yet. He's just 9 points behind Shapes, so that means he's only two clues earlier, if you like. So Ralph could get a look in on these medals if Nando and or Shapes go to pieces. So one final puzzle for you all this evening. And again, this the Cryptex category clue is a cryptic clue. I'm just going to refer to my extended notes. I'm told if there are any crossword solvers in the audience, they might get it quickly, but hopefully a cryptic clue will be unexpected. It won't be any more because I've just ruined it for everyone. Hello, Huds. Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for the final puzzle. Do stick around. It's got Bidding War coming up in about 10 minutes time, and of course the Game Night National Lottery draw towards the end of the stream. Right. One final puzzle, and I've sort of let the cat out of the bag, but if you're a cryptic crossword fan, you might get an early solve here. Let's find out. Good luck. Staggered that rash idea rush primates. 8 letters in this Cryptex. And your first clue. Oh, under 10 seconds is very fast. Drink consisting of white wine and soda water. 8 letters, you want the third. County in eastern Norway and also type of landing in ski jumping. 8 letters, you want the first. Vatnajökull and Jostedalsbreen are 2 of the largest in Europe. Vatnajökull and Jostedalsbreen, I got it right first time, are 2 of the largest in Europe. 8 letters, you want the 6th. 9 3/4. Oh good, the 3/4 has worked. Was where the Hogwarts Express departed from. 8 letters, you want the 7th. Yeah. I can't remember the one. It happens, Danger. I won't worry about it. These can be guilty, not guilty, and until last month, not proven in Scotland. Though they did recently change it to abolish the not proven one of these. Next, Bridget Jones, Anne Frank, and Samuel Pepys. Bridget Jones, Anne Frank, and Samuel Pepys. We're looking for what describes the people, not the things necessarily they're famous for. What are Bridget Jones, Anne Frank, and Samuel Pepys with 8 letters? You want the 5th. Penultimate clue. Trackside officials who help supervise a motor race. What's your spelling? 8 letters, you want the 4th. If you clue, there's only 1 L, not 2. Final clue. A defining feature of a vertebrate. 8 letters, you want the 2nd. The Game Night National Lottery draw, not a lottery, indeed so. Yeah, this is where having the device helps you, Danger, because it does all the heavy lifting for you in terms of letters and stuff. Last opportunity to get some points this game. The solution, Tarsiers. Tarsiers, that was a cryptic clue, which I'll explain in just a minute. County in eastern Norway, also a type of landing in ski jumping. That's telemark, from where we got the T. A defining feature of a vertebrate is a backbone, from where we got the A. A drink consisting of white wine and soda water is a spritzer, from where we got the R. Trackside officials who help supervise a motor race are marshals, with one L, from where we got the S. Bridget Jones, Anne Frank and Samuel Pepys are all diarists. They are diarists, from where we got the I. Vatnajökull and Jostedalsbreen are two of the largest glaciers in Europe, from where we got the E. 9 3/4 with the platform, from where the Hogwarts Express departed. And guilty, not guilty, and until last month, not proven are verdicts, from where we got the S. And let's check out the final scores. Yeah, so sorry to harp on. It's one of those games we used to do it with pen and paper and answering in the chat, and it was really hard work. And the new Unicon has it really helps out with it. So just to go through Tarsiers, it was a cryptic clue. Staggered means take alternate letters. Taking alternate letters of that rash idea rush gives Tarsiers, which are primates. If there are any crossword solvers, they may have had an extra in for that one, and there were indeed some early solves of that. And what is Roman Kill Potter? Indeed. And that is the end of the game. Quite a few cracking that Cryptex at the end there. Didn't even get whispered to the bot, right? No, you still have to do that bit, but you only have to do it once until I update the universal controller. And the final scores. Shapes finishes in third with a bronze medal with 302. Nando takes the silver with 303, but with a whopping 359 points. The winner tonight is Toot. Congratulations, you three are medalists here at Cryptex. I look great in 65 inches. Is that right, Huds? That's good to know. I'm glad I'm on the full screen. I'll tell you what. Let me test my camera out a minute. Oh, hey, even bigger Royal Flush. You have to take a photo of it, Huds. I get it in the shot. That could be a new emote. Where was I? Game with Cam. Hey, Mr. Wizard, what's the scary movie when he saw it to make the bad things go away? Well, sicker. Oh no, that's not the one I want. Nah. Let's go back to the game with Cam. Why are you capturing that one? There we go. So focused on the wrong window. My bad. What a lovely view. Yes, you got my view there. My bad. My bad. 65-inch jump scare and view of the operator. Yeah, we got bidding war coming up, so that might be slightly scary, but we got some lovely, slightly scary questions from Quizzle, because he thought he was right in the Halloween pack and he wasn't, but hopefully fewer jump scares, hopefully. So, great game. Can I extend my thanks to Fluffy Bunny? I thought that was a really good pack, really, really creative, and I think Cryptex is one of those games that can really help to unlock creativity. So, and you've done a fine job there, Fluffy Bunny, so thank you very, very much for your efforts. Sending big love your way. Yeah, I hope you all had fun playing it as well. With the I think this game is improved with the universal controller. I think next time we see Cryptex, it might be my pack. So I think I've scheduled myself to write one for the first time in about 2 years. Yeah, looking forward to that. Hello, Robblehead. Welcome on into the stream. You're just in time for Bidding War, which is going to be coming up in about 10 minutes. And yes, that gives me a moment just to remind you that what happens now is that we are going to go to some adverts for those of you who aren't subscribed. But don't worry, because we won't start the next game without you. So we just play the ads. It means if people are joining halfway through, we disable the pre-rolls. They have adverts when we're having a break anyway. So it just makes the most amount of sense. But please do stick around, because when we return, we have got Bidding War as written by Quizzle with a slightly scary Halloween theme running through it, which I think you're really going to enjoy. So please do stick around for Bidding War coming up very, very soon. Thank you once again to Fluffy Bunny. Congratulations to our medalists, to Nando and Shapes. You've been playing Cryptex, and I will see you for even more game night after the break. love that theme tune so much. It's such a good tune. With the Ducks, they're sort of just endearingly sad, aren't they? My girlfriend's just turned up and deposited a glass of Prosecco, and I've still got half a glass of red wine on the go, so that's fun. Anyway, bonus pennies coming up. Don't forget we've got the National Lottery, Game Night National Lottery draw at the end of the night, which is not a lottery for legal reasons. And before that, we have got Bidding War. But first of all, we need to take a little ad break, so if you're not subscribed, you're going to see some adverts, but we won't start the next game without you. If you are subscribed, you're going to get this kick-ass Funksville by Lawrence Peter Cottle, which sounds pretty awesome. I'll put some bonus pennies in the chat in a minute and we'll have Bidding War in about 5 minutes time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Well, that might have been the funkiest track ever, and apparently the bonus broke again. So type "This is funky" again for 151 pennies. I've just put it on a 30-second timer this time. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's really random, and I've not been able to I've not been able to repro it with any consistency. It just sometimes just seems to stop, and I don't know if it's when I load the next game, if I go to a particular tab, or what it is. But sometimes it just oh no, it paid out that time. Huh. What could it be? I might have to go and have a look at that coroutine because it's on the list, so don't need to put it in suggestions. But is it to do with the? Because I went through and did rave messages then. Is it anything to do with that? Can't imagine why it would be. Anyway, John, BC, Vertigo, Naked Grams, welcome all of you all to the stream. It's time for a bit of continuity. If you're joining us tonight, it's lovely to have you here. But my pennies, you still got them? You still got them? Yeah, it sometimes it just conks out, and it seems to be. I never seem to catch when it happens. I only notice it because it doesn't do the PogChamp emoji message from the bot, which means that it's unless it is getting paid out and it's just not sending that message, which is a distinct possibility. But yeah, until it's reproed with consistency, I don't really know. Anyway, I didn't thank people for my subs earlier on, which is very rude of me. Fluffy Bunny subscribing for 24 months. Thank you very much. Brisbane subscribing for 40 months. Hud's raiding me with 84 viewers. No, that was the other night. I'm sure there was another one. Was it just a 2? I think it was just a 2. So thank you very much for those subs. This is funky again. Yes, it is. Right, what's on? What's coming up? Well, let's give a shout out to our friendos in the neighbourhood. If you want even more quiz, go and follow Ash the Bash. But first of all, here's a message from our sponsor, JR.
Thank you for 15 months. Here's for many more. And this is funky one more time.
This is funky one more time. Thank you for the 15 months, JR. Indeed, here's to many more. Thank you very much for the support. TV on my pad got... Oh, John, you missed it. It went down really well. It was really fun. Really good fun. But yeah, Bash also does quiz stuff. He's promising next week Poker Face, Secret Fortune and Outright, and Relativity, 1,000 Heartbeats and All Clued Up. That's on Wednesday and Friday, the 15th and 17th of October, respectively. So if you do fancy even more quiz on the other side of the internet, Ash the Bash is your guy. He's a solid chap, and he's the one who got me into all of this in the first place. So you've got him to thank, or possibly to blame, for being here. So go show him some love as well. HUD601 is a streamer as well, watching me in 65-inch glory. You definitely need to go and give him a follow. Sorry, it's not an official shout out because apparently there's a cooldown in between each one. But go follow him. He is in the middle of his Hallow stream because nobody's told him that Halloween only happens on one day in October. So he's doing it for the whole of the month of October. But he's raising money for Blue Cross, which is a really good cause. It's an animal shelter and rescue charity, I believe. So all of his proceeds this month, all of his subs, all of his donos, all of his bits are all going to support that. So if you fancy a bit of Sonic speed running, he does some really cool stuff over there. Great friend of the community. He's been over here a few times. You all know who he is, but go and follow him all the same. Right, I think that's about it in terms of continuity. Apart from me, what have I got coming up on the horizon? Well, I can tell you I'm here 2 days next week. I'm here, as usual, on the Thursday and the Saturday. That's the 16th and the 18th of October. Thursday, we have got Plinko by Vertigo. We've got Distinction by Proogs. And apparently, we've got Risky Business by me. So I must write that because it was due in 10 days ago and I haven't... Google that's been taking up all of my brain space. But that's Thursday next week. Plinko, Distinction, and Risky Business. That should be a lot of fun. So please do come along for that. If you're just here for the weekend stream, I've started it. I've put the template together and I've written a question. No, I know I'm not. But I'm also building all the software, Lewis. That's my excuse. And building software for actual TV shows as well. If you're just here for the weekend stream, next Saturday, we've got another serious one. We've got Battlefront by JR. We've got The Escape Artist by John, who wrote Crossfire for us earlier on. And we've got The Purge by Oni. So Battlefront, Escape Artist, and Purge all in one stream. Sounds pretty serious to me. That's fine, Vertigo. Tomorrow is fine. Say I'm 10 days late on mine, so it would be very rude of me to critique you for being a day late. But yes, I'm not setting a good example, but yeah, that's my excuse. Not just you. No, I know it's not. I didn't arrogate that it was, Lewis. There's your credit. Yeah, it would. But I don't write questions for them. That's your business. Anyway, what was I about to say? I was about to give Proogs a lottery because Proogs has just claimed a lottery. Veal success, Proogs. 253.
What a shame.
I think that just warrants that button, considering he's still got like 3,700 earlier on. Oh, that's what he should have just taken the cash. Should have just gone for 1,000. Yeah. Let's press that button a few times. Let's press that. Veal parmesan, indeed, or parmesan, if you're weird and you like to say it like that. Anyway, apparently Colin is top of the leaderboard with 24,209. That's probably in no small part thanks to his Thunderball draw on Thursday night. Do stick around for the Game Night National Lottery, the weekend Game Night National Lottery draw, which is coming up at the end of this next game. But for now, lock up your children and hunker down in the Anderson shelters, because it is time for a spooky edition, even though it's not quite Halloween yet, but there are spooky questions all the same, but also just making extra fun. It is time for a spooky edition of Bidding War. This has been written by Quizzle and proofed by me. A lot to like here. Remember, you'll need the Universal Controller if you want to play. Get yourselves ready. It's time to go to war. A bidding war. Welcome to Bidding War. And if you want to play...
Welcome to Bidding War. To join the game, please visit persephoneschair.itch.io/game night and join with the room code QJRF.
You lucky people, you've got double Emily tonight. You had her in Crossfire, now you've got her in Bidding War. Come join the game. QJRF is the code you will need. I don't know which to go for. I've got red wine and Prosecco. I've got one of each. This does not bode well. God, I'm going to be slow tomorrow, aren't I? Right, if we get 40 in, then, or if we get 30, sorry, if we get 31 in, then we pan back and we can actually see the players on the top row underneath the upper third strap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. I am not going to mix them. I don't want a crap imitation of fizzy rosé. I don't like rosé when it's actually meant to be pink. Well, I used to. There's one that I used to like, which I've sort of gone off. There's a bottle of Sainsbury's banoffee pie flavoured Irish cream. I'm funny that I'm like, my vape sauce at the moment is banoffee pie. I've got this jackrabbit stuff score. That's what I'm on at the moment. So I'm smoking banoffee pies at the moment. One more, and then we get the camera pan. Double donkey dare you. Now you have to. No, I don't. I have to do no such thing, Danger. When I was like 19, you might have got me to do that, but you know, I'm nearly 40 and have a beard now, so I feel this is not going to be the thing. Go on, one more. Hello there, Asterial at View. Welcome to the stream, first time chatter, I see. Asterial at View. How goes? It goes very well. Lovely to have you here. I am kind of nearly 40. What am I? 37? 6? I think I've just had a birthday. I think I'm 37. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. You can come and join the game if you want to play. We've got a few spaces left. Universal controller right there. Room code right there. You know me from Spud Gun. Ah, very good. Well, welcome on over. And thank you to Spud for the recommendation. Yes, do come and join the game. I can't see who that is who's just joined underneath the strap. It's Vertigo, I think, underneath that most recent strap. May or may not have ever heard it. Or do buy pistachio filling stuffed chocolate cookies today. Yeah, pistachios are not really my thing. Pistachios cause explosions. Littlest intro paragraph. Oh, okay. Oh, have you joined the Discord? You need to do it. Yeah, you need to do one in the Discord, and then we'll know who you are if that's what you're ambling at. But if you're not in the Discord, come join the Discord. Tell us about yourself, and then you can come and join in with everyone. But welcome to the game. Welcome to the community. I hope you're keeping well. So this pack has been written by Quizzle. As I mentioned, it's got a slightly Halloween theme about it. The chair is on fire. Welcome on in, Lingo. Is 37 kind of nearly 40? Oh, there's a poll. I like a poll. Can I not vote on my own poll? That sucks. Can I do it over there? Yes, I can. Vote. There's a different scary question, but yeah, the chair is on fire. That's scary for a different reason though. That is a hot seat. Well, the thing is, I used to have the camera in there. I used to have a camera inside Unity, which was kind of fun and novel and worked for a bit. And then I realised I've got this like box over here that was just empty as a result, and the camera ended up being really small, and you couldn't see me when the camera pans to certain positions. Not that you want to see me. You don't tune in to see me. You tune in for the excellent high-quality quiz content on the somewhat acceptable formats. The trivia is always excellent. Strike Kaboom! It has been a little while. Welcome to you. You're very kind. I don't feel like I'm feeling great at the moment because of my foot. I've got plantar fasciitis. So I was absolutely devastated. I missed the 500th Chichester Park run today. Absolutely furious. Yeah, it was a shame. But if I'm looking good, I'll take it. Nice to see you, Striker Boom. If you want to come and play Bidding War, you need the Universal Controller, you need the room code, which are right there. I'm going to give it another minute or so before we kick this game off. No, it's not Danger. It's not. Stop it. Stop it this instance. This instant. God, I've been instantiating objects too much. Right. Yes. I will take a look at that shortly. Asterial View. Are you in the game? Are you coming to play, or are you sitting it out? Stop it this instance. Yeah, I was really gutted, Danger. It was, say it's the 500. I've been banging, blasting its trumpet for a few weeks. Yeah, then didn't show up myself, which I was really annoyed about. But so we're gonna go. Oh, no worries. No, well, enjoy the spectator sport. You say you've got a very high quality pack here from Quizzle for this bidding war. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds. No, 30 seconds. Let's make the countdown do something for once. Not being able to do parkrun sounds good to me. No, because I was really looking forward to it. And so my friend came second. I know it's not a race. Sorry, they crossed the finish line second. It's not a race. So yeah, it's. And I'm just gutted because I've had a little bit depressed today because it's like, how long am I going to be out of action for? My foot really, really hurts. So, or when I stand on it, it's fine at the moment, but I'm sure it'll clear. It'll pass. Right, I've been wittering on long enough. It's already 10 to 10 this Saturday night. It is time for bidding war. So let's lock the lobby and let the war commence. Right, that poll is nearly over. If you want to go vote in it, now's your opportunity to do so. And in the interim, here's how to play.
Round 1. Opening gambits.
Thanks, JR. So, in opening gambits, you're going to face 5 questions. Before each question, a category will be shown. Plantar fasciitis, it's just sort of a runner's condition you get in your foot where your plantar stretches out and you can't put any weight on it. So, I can just about walk the dog at the moment if I'm wearing my running trainers, but I can't really run. So, and apparently it can last like 6 months. So, that's very, very irritating. Anyway, before each question and category is shown, based on the category bid from 1 to 3 points up to a maximum of your current score. You're going to start off with 10 points, as you can see from the podiums. Abstention causes a default bid of 1, so do type something, or you'll be given 1 bid anyway. And 8 seconds to place each bid. Answer correctly to earn your bid, answer incorrectly, or abstain, and you lose your bid. So abstention will be treated as a wrong answer. Oh, apparently absolutely not. 37 is not kind of nearly 40. Fair enough. 15 seconds for each answer. If you run out of points, you are out of the game and can continue in the shadow game. So if once you're eliminated, you can continue playing, but only in the background game. So very best of luck to you all. No, it's not the way. It's not the way. I'm not going to say welcome Clive of Legend to the stream because you've been here since the first game. Oh, I just did. It's the first time you've chatted in chat, apparently. Right. Good luck to all 32 warriors tonight. This question pack of Bidding War comes from Quizzle, and here is the first category.
Get ready for the category. The category is colours.
Colours, bidding from 1 to 3. Questions get harder as they go on, just FYI.
Time.
Use these first couple as the litmus test to decide how difficult you think the pack is.
Get ready for the question.
Good mix of bids there, 1s, 2s and 3s. Here's your first question. Midnight, navy, royal and sky are shades of what primary colour?
Time.
They are all blue. Couple of abstentions there, people possibly AFK. I think Matt's had to drop off. Yes, blue is the answer, and I have no notes to tell you on that, but yes, midnight blue, navy blue, royal blue, and sky blue. On we go. Most players actually they're bidding 3, so we've got a lot of players up to 13. Let's go to our next category.
Get ready for the category.
Midnight
The
Flush.
category is Netflix films.
Netflix films. Up to 3.
Time.
Couple of 1s in there that time. Here's the question.
Get ready for the question.
Behave, Clive. What genre of music precedes Demon Hunters in the title of a 2025 film that has become Netflix's most watched original film? No worries, Matt. You go look after yourself. Do some self-care. That's very important. We'll catch you on Thursday, mate. Have a good one. Apparently it's K-pop. K-pop Demon Hunters is the answer. With a hyphen or no space. Apparently it's not condoned the space, but I will do that. Oh, I've got to do them one at a time. How annoying. K-pop. K-pop. Rock, no answer. Classical, Angel, no answer. And no answer, I'm afraid I can't allow. K-pop, yeah, in its first 91 days on the platform, the film had been viewed 314.2 million times in its first 3 months. That's 100 million views a month, which is astonishing, really. I've not seen it much. I've been paying for Netflix for over a year, and I think I've watched it about twice. It's mainly because we're watching a show on my Plex server at the moment, but we nearly finished that show, and then I think we're probably going on to something that is on Netflix, so we'll see. Anyway, well done if you got some points there. Let's light you back up. Move on to our next category, which is...
Get ready for the category. The category is religious rituals.
Yes. Religious rituals is next, 1, 2, or 3.
Time.
And there is a good range there of 1s and 2s and 3s.
Get ready for the question.
To our next. A bat mitzvah is a traditional coming-of-age ceremony for 12-year-old girls in what major religion? Yeah, you'll do min bids, Matt, and eventually you'll just get eliminated by default.
Time.
Judaism is the answer. The similar bar mitzvah takes place for Jewish boys on or close to their 13th birthday. But yes, Judaism is where we would associate the bar mitzvah, and indeed the bat mitzvah. Nothing to condone there. And Cola, welcome to the stream. Pie Pop Demon Hunters, indeed. Slightly back up. Moving on to category number 4, bidding 1, 2, or 3, and the category is... Yeah, you can't try to put fizzy red wine as your raid message, Danger. You've already had 3. The bots told you no. You're being silenced, being censored. Yeah, maximum of 3, I'm afraid. Here's the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is US holidays.
US holidays. 1, 2, or 3.
Time. Get ready for the question.
JR will not be silenced. It's a message from our sponsor,
Fizzy
JR.
red wine.
Pumpkin pie is traditionally eaten as part of a meal on what US national holiday celebrated on the 4th Thursday of November? Thank you for the 100 bits there, JR. You're a killer. There is no fizzy red wine. Red wine and then fizzy white wine. That is Thanksgiving is what we wanted there. Yeah, Thanksgiving Day, we'll take that, Flyboy. For a single point, save you'll go up 1 instead of down 1. Again, nothing to report of major drama there. I think Grams and Matt are AFK. I think Matt's had to clock off. Grams I'm not sure about, but yes, it's been consistent at least. Well done, let's let you back up. One more question in this round, trying to maximise your points going into round 2. Let's take a look at the category.
Get ready for the category.
1, 2, or 3.
The category is celebrity chefs.
On celebrity chefs. Alright, red wine concluded. Time for Prosecco. Here's the question then.
Get ready for the question.
Which British chef is the host of the TV shows Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares?
Time.
That is a sea of green from active players. I think Gordon Ramsay. Both the UK versions of this show were short-lived, but the US equivalents are still going strong. K-pop Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, with, yeah. What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich. It's the only thing I know about that. I'm never really into cooking shows. Jerry Harris, welcome to the stream. Red wine concluded. Dropped in just to say red wine concluded. Love it. That is the end of question 5, and it's the end of round 1.
End of round 1.
I said that already. So, we've got some big scores there. There weren't very many wrong answers, so it's going to be an interesting landscape going into round 2. Maximum score you can attain in round 1 is 15, which added to the 10 that you get given means the high score is 25. And we've got shapes. Let's just go through them on this graphic so I can actually see them. Shapes, Undefined, aka Oni, Clive, Ben, AB Me, and Jack are all on the maximum of 25. We're thinking Grams and Matt are AFK, so their scores are lower than the other averages. Other low scores, but still time to make them up. There's a 17 for Solomon there, an 18 for Brisbane up there, 17 for Colin there, Ollie on a 19. But don't worry, because there is still lots of time. Pyro on an 18 as well. Lots of time to get those scores up. But Ben is an idiot sandwich. Thanks, Hud. Love you too. As we move on to round number 2.
Round 2. Top Gun.
Top Gun is round 2, and in this round you're going to face 10 questions. Gameplay is the same as round 1. Maximum bid will increase by 1 with each question starting at 5. So you can bid 1 to 5 on question 1, then 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, and so on. As before, if you don't give me a bid, if you abstain from bidding, you'll be given a default bid of 1. The fastest high bidder to answer correctly is granted passage to round 3. If the fastest high bidder has already been granted passage, passage will be granted to the next fastest high bidder. Important to remember that higher bids take priority over speed when ordering. What this means is if you want to maximize your chances of qualifying, you need to bid higher. Typically for the first 5 or 6 questions, the player who qualifies is a player who has bid the maximum. But of course, the more you bid, the more you risk losing if you are wrong. If you run out of points, or if you fail to obtain passage to round 3 by the conclusion of the final question, you will be eliminated from the game. Now, we've got 32 players in at the moment, and we can have a maximum of 10 going forward, which means we are going to lose 22 players over the course of this game. So, let's see who can survive as we play Top Gun. 32 players in. Only 10 can progress. Let's go to our first question, bidding from 1 to 5 on the subject of...
Get ready for the category. The category is girl groups.
Girl groups.
Time.
Quite a lot of 5s coming in there already. Too many for me to pass.
Get ready for
So
the
it's going to come down to speed between those 5 bidders, or those 5-point bidders. Easy question. What was the first name of the Spice Girl known by the nickname Scary Spice?
Time.
And that is time. The correct answer was Melanie or Mel. I will condone Mel B. If you put Mel C, I won't, because that's a different Spice Girl. But we did ask for the first name, but you've got the first name with the correct initial. So if you've said Mel B, I am going to allow that. Victoria, no. Victoria Adams was Posh Spice. Jerry was Ginger Spice. Carly was not in the Spice Girls. Mel B is correct. Again, Jerry Ginger Spice, Jerry Ginger Spice, and no answer. Yeah, nicknames originated in Top of the Pops magazine as an in-joke and were never intended to be adopted globally, but here we bloody well are. So, any eliminations there, computer? Don't think so. Let's go through the top 3 as we always do. The top 3 all bid 5. Third fastest, 2.72 seconds, was Toot. Second fastest, 2.52 seconds, was Shapes. And the fastest player and the first to get passage was...
Passage has been granted to Vertigo, with a bid of 5 and a response time of 2.48 seconds.
2.48 seconds, although 2.43 seconds is when I got it on my end here, so there's obviously a slight discrepancy between the times, but they're all relatively the same. Very well done, Vertigo. You are through to round number 2, assuming you can keep a positive score. First time ages I've got past this round. Yeah, it can be a bit of a tricky one this round. But bear in mind, you do need to still keep answering questions, Vertigo. If you abstain for the next 9 questions, you're just going to lose 9 points. And those points do carry forward. So even if you get passage, you've got to keep answering if you want to maximise those scores. Let's reset that question and go on to question number 2. The category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is modern art.
Modern art, bidding from 1 to 6.
Time.
Good range there. Few 6s in there.
Get ready for the question.
Let's see what the question brings. For the Love of God, a 2007 artwork by Damien Hirst consists of a cast of a human skull covered in 8,601 what?
Time.
Oh, we've got some red on the board. It's diamonds, flawless diamonds specifically. I was about to shout. Just to go through the wrong answers: gold, pins, crystals. Crystals is close, but not quite close enough, I'm afraid, Huds. Pennies, coins, needles, crosses, petals, rubies, pins, angels, post-it notes, needles, googly eyes, smiley face, stickers, and Haribos. We did accept jewels as an answer, but diamonds is specifically what we wanted. Now, The top 5 in this case all bid 6. Let's go through the top 3. First of all, let's eliminate anyone who needs to be eliminated. Anyone, computer? No eliminations this time. That's not a word, Ben. This time. So the top 5 all bid 6. In third place, in fact, we've got third place was 0.01 seconds faster than second. Third place, 3.73 seconds was We Like Shapes. Tied in second, both on 3.72 seconds, Jack and Toot. Toot coming in third on my log for the second time, but the fastest in 2.48 seconds with a bid of 6.
Passage has been granted to undefined, with a bid of 6 and a response time of 2.48 seconds.
Was indeed. Okay, the time's matching up this time. 2.48 seconds. That is Oni. Very well done. Keep playing to maximise your score, Oni, because he's still got to build those points up. But congratulations. We'll see you in round 2. Shapes is going through his thing. In this game, Shapes starts to come second a lot in this game, in this round. So let's see what happens as we move to question number 3. Category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is 20th century literature.
20th century literature, bidding from 1 to 7.
Time.
Again, quite a number of 7s in here. Of course, we've all got a lot of points to play with at the moment, so bidding high is probably a good strategy. Here's your question. Which author created the character Boo Radley in a 1960 book?
Time.
Lee. Harper Lee was the answer. There's a couple of answers I'm afraid I can't condone. We've got a Harper Collins from one player, and from another player just a Harper. The house rule is that if it's a real person, you need just the surname. If it's a fictional person, very often you get away with just the forename. But here we did need Lee rather than Harper, I'm afraid. For note, Mrs. Hudds suggested your mum. Really? I feel I'm back in high school. Mrs. Hudds the sort of person who would have picked on me in high school, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Ask Mrs. Hudds if she was popular in high school and whether she would have picked on a nerdy music guy like me. Yes, so Harper, Fitzgerald, Stephen King, Steinbeck, Roald Dahl, Past Dahl, Harper Collins, Hammett, Adams, Natter, I will accept that. That's just a small typo there. We can allow that. Smith and C. So... Top 5 all bid the maximum of 7. Third fastest was in 4.75 seconds was Clive. Okay, fair enough. Second place, 2.73 seconds, was Shapes. Again. And the fastest in 2.56 seconds, and a bit of 7, no one being eliminated, was...
Passage has been granted to Toot, with a bid of 7 and a response time of 2.56 seconds.
Very well done, Toot. You are through to round number 3. And to be fair, Danger, there are amoeba on Saturn more popular than Hudds. Oh! Snap. I don't feel good about that. It's also a line from Blackadder. Right. Toot joins Vertigo and Oni as qualified for round 3. Shapes once again coming second. Yeah, no one getting eliminated. I must remember to press the eliminate button before doing the who's through button. Let's lay it back up and let's go on to question number 4. Bidding from 1 to 8, the category is...
Get ready for the category.
That might be fun. I don't want to get my viewers up, Clive.
Body.
The human body. In jelly. What is happening? A lot of 8s coming in here. A lot of 8s as those scores are still big. My God intended. Which bone, oh my God, which bone of the human arm runs roughly parallel to the radius bone? Yeah, absolutely. It's time for that button. So a question, we're just bantering about me and Hudds wrestling oiled up and in jelly, and then a question about bone comes up. The correct answer was ulnar. It's the ulnar. So, wrong answers. Hudds, that loath as I am to do it, that is phonetically plausible, so I will allow that. Humorous, fibia, funny bone, humorous. I think the funny bone is the humorous, again, which is not the ulnar. I was just about to check, and then I remembered what it was. Hello, Hexagale. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Universal Controller is there. Room code is there if you want to come and join in. You had to be there. It's just Clive having wishful thinking, I think. So, the top 5. First of all, anyone eliminated yet? Still no one. I think we're about to have our first defaults with Matt and Grams on the next question. The top 5. Funny bone is the ulnar nerve. Ah, okay. Just ways to extend the brand. What, the HUD's flush connection? Might be ulnar mode. Well, so the funny bone isn't remotely funny, but it sort of tickles if you bash it on a wall or something. Right, the top 5 all bid 8, so it is going to be maximum bidders getting through. Third fastest in 3.34 seconds was OM Dalton. Second fastest in 3.12 seconds was 8 Minky. And the fastest in 2.77 seconds and a bid of 8 was...
Passage has been granted to Clive, with a bid of 8 and a response time of 2.77 seconds.
Very well done, Clive. You joined Toot, Vertigo, and Oni in round 3. If you can keep your points, keep playing though, because you've got to maximise the score getting into the next round. It's looking very high scoring, which is why I think there's a lot of maximum bids going on, because of course in this game having a high score, or in this round, isn't enough to get you through. You've got to be fast. In round 3 you want the highest score, but you've also got to be fast in this round to get there. We haven't had any eliminations yet. We're about to lose our first 2 defaults. Well, let's light you back up and go on to question number 4. Question number 5, I beg your pardon, bidding from 1 to 9. The category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is foreign language.
Foreign language.
Time.
Lots of 9s. Here's a question for you.
The question.
In French, Italian, and other European languages, an accent that slopes down is known as a grave. What name is given to a similar accent that slopes up?
Time.
It's an acute accent, an igo or an acuto, to give them their French and Italian counterparts. Yes, grave is pronounced grave rather than grave. So my best friend has the surname Grave. In musical terminology, grave means serious. He's played seriously. Of an umlaut. Umlaut is 2 dots, which make an O sound like U. Typically in German, and other languages are available as well. Right, I think we've finally got some eliminations due to happen, but let me just check with the answers. Egu, tilde, apodo, that is close enough to phonetically plausible, so I am going to allow that. Upper, Jack Wilfred, don't know, don't care. Macron, grieve, blah, opthing, and those are all the wrong answers. So there we go. So Matt and Neki Grandma finally hit the default. Thank you for playing, and your war is over.
Matt, Grams, you have been eliminated.
So, yes, you are phonetically plausible, Clive. Egu. Oh, I probably should have done that one, actually. Egu bruta. Yeah, I've missed that. Sorry, Clive. I haven't got my player editor in yet, so I can't do anything about that now, annoyingly. That's okay, you're holding a grudge, fine. If an opportunity comes where you don't know an answer but you've also bid 9, we might see if I can do something about it. It would require honesty and trust. But if you bid 9 and you don't know the answer, say, I don't know, but I would have condoned that answer, so Clive is technically owed 9 points. But then that would have mean you would have lost points on the next... Oh, it gets very messy in this game. Sorry that I've missed that. We'll fix it in post. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll fix it in post. Now, top 5, again, all bidding 9. Third place in 3.99 seconds was BC. Second place in 3.7 seconds, again, was 8 Minky. Fastest bid with a bid of 9 in 3.56 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Shapes, with a bid of 9 and a response time of 3.56 seconds.
Very well done, Shapes. You have qualified for the next round as we reach the midpoint of the round. Lots of green and red lights still up there, and only 5 blue. Shapes no longer the bridesmaid. He was normally he gets in on like question 9 or something. The last time we played it was like question 8 or question 9. Or it might even have been question 10. But yeah, Shapes is getting in early on this one. So let's light you back up. I do feel bad about that, Clive, because you had the lead and now you don't have the lead. But let's see if that changes your play style as we go on to the next question. Bidding up to a maximum of 10 on this next question. Here is the category for question number 6.
Get ready for the category. The category is Digital World.
The digital world. You get to feel wronged as well, yes. Well, let's see what you bid here, Clive. And if you get it right,
Time.
we'll see what happens. A lot of 10s coming in again, so again, we're looking at maximum bids.
Question.
Here's the question. In the world of cryptocurrency, what 10-letter word refers to a shared record of past transactions in a peer-to-peer network?
Time.
That would be blockchain. Scam, I don't know, that's 10 letters. DigiWallet, Cloudshare, Bitfolders, Peekaboo, and Ledger are all wrong answers, unfortunately. Anyone due to be eliminated here? It doesn't look like it. Let's take the points off. Whew. Some players getting pretty close now. Again, the top 5 all bid 10. They weren't the 5 fastest, but they're the top 5 ranked, and they're all bidding 10. So still we're looking at top 5. You're going to have to bid maximum if you want to try and get passage. Third place in 5.14 seconds was Lingo Maniac. Second place in 4.76 seconds was BC. And the fastest with a bid of 10 in 4.56 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Brisb, with a bid of 10 and a response time of 4.56 seconds.
From now on, I will refer to you only as Brisb. Well played, Brisb. You are through to the next round, 32 points. Continue to try and maximise those over the remaining 4 questions if you would like to maximise your chances in round 3. Let's light you back up, or turn the lights off. All towards the top of these qualifiers. Vertigo, Shapes, Oni, Toot, Brisb, and Clive. Brisb, Brisby, Brisbe. I'm multifaceted. Whatever works for you. On we go to question number 7, bidding up to 11 on this question, and the category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is British history.
British history.
Time.
A few 11s in there, but not quite as many. Let's take a look and see what the question brings.
Get ready for the question.
The Irish officer Colonel Thomas Blood is best known for his 1671 attempt to steal what?
Time.
It's the crown jewels. I'm inclined to allow the crown and variations thereupon. But I think the crown jewels are more than just the crown. I'm just going to check this. And I proof this one, so I get to have the final say in the absence of Quizzle. Yeah, it's the St. Edward's crown, but the crown jewels is a collection of royal ceremonial objects kept in Jewel House. I'm right. In what regard am I right, Lewis? Lewis would be my de facto go-to person. Should I accept crown? Lewis, tell me, should I accept crown? What's Hud's DMing me about? Hud, your wife is a hot water bottle. Crown jewels does not equal crown, so I'm going to defer to Lewis on this one as the proof myself, and I'm not going to accept crown. There were a few players who put crown. Yoni Yak put the crown, Flyboy put crown, just the 2 actually. A couple of players going for my heart or your heart. Magna Carta, a couple, Rosetta Stone and Elgin Marbles, all wrong answers I'm afraid. 8 Minky also going crown as well. I'm afraid you're going to lose points. Anyone been eliminated? Not this time. So, top 5 again, all bid 11. Hottest pipe is a hot water bottle. So, top 5 all bid 11. So it's going to come down to speed. Third place in 6.07 seconds was JR. Second place in 4.11 seconds was Jack Wilfred. And the fastest with a bid of 11 in 3.6 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Ben, with a bid of 11 and a response time of 3.60 seconds.
It's a shame that you have to bid on this game, Ben, and your score keeps going up and down, because you're on a very nice 69 at the moment. Congratulations, you've made it through to round 3. What I will say to other question writers out there, it seems increasingly we're getting 30 plus players for this game, and a lot of players end up surviving round 1. You can make this game as long as you like, effectively. So if you had 15 questions in round 2, it means there are 15 places available, but it means you have to up the count of questions in round 3 as well. But you can have any number of players. You can have a bidding war game that lasts for like 5 questions if you wanted to, which would be, what's the lowest you could have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 6 questions is the shortest potential bidding war pack, but yeah, something to bear in mind, because if we're regularly getting like 30 plus players, losing 2/3 of them in one round, and potentially at this rate on one question, it's just something to consider moving forward. Although I would probably need to update the template or give you a bespoke one. Anyway, switch the lights off as we go to question number 8. Maximum bid is 12. Take a look at the category.
Get ready for the
500
category.
bidding questions. Haven't got the audience for that sort of thing, Briz.
Cocktails.
Cocktails. Bidding up to 12. I'm seeing a lot of 12s coming in on the log.
Time.
A lot of 12s coming in. Let's see what the question brings.
Get ready for the question.
According to the IBA, a zombie cocktail contains 3 different types of what alcoholic spirit? Apodo, I will condone that.
Time.
I see what you've done there, Brisb. The correct answer is rum. Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the recipe calls for Jamaican dark rum, gold Puerto Rican rum, and Demerara rum. So wrong answers: Beetlejuice, 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 vodka, gin, whiskey, gin, whiskey, gin, gin, vodka. Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my points, please. This feels fair, actually. Let me just talk through the logic of this. I was going to condone Clive on a question that was worth 9 points. This is a question he's clearly thrown because he wouldn't know the answer. So this feels like the right time to give Clive 9 points back for the question I should have condoned earlier on. I think that's fair. I think that's tracks, and I think Clive has made his intention very, very clear. If anything, he's down on the deal, because if he did know this, he could have got another 12 points for it. So you know what, Clive? There you go. That feels fair to me. That was my error for not checking the log closely enough on the condones. I think that tracks, because I would have condoned him. He would have had the 9 points. It just means he's lost points for this question. But clearly, he's bid 9, knowing it's a question on cocktails, and he's not going to know the answer to it. So there we go. All is right with the world. I feel like I have sorted things out and squared my conscience, and you can't hold a grudge anymore, Clive, because I've made it right. Colin was the other one I was going to condone. Both Colin and... Whoops. Oh, my log's taken on a mind of its own. I think I hit the scroll bar by mistake, and I've gone all the way back to blockchain and beyond. Right, let's go back to where we were. And Stimson's Anger... Okay, let me just go through these, because Colin went run, and Stimson's Anger went Rue M, which I think is valid, and Apoda went run. I think it was just the 3. JR going gin, Apoda going run. Yeah, so it's just those 3 and Clive that I needed to condone. So... let's see. Now, for the first time, the top 5 did not bid 12. But I've just condoned stuff, so it might have changed what my log says. Third place, with a bid of 12 in 5.61 seconds. Oh, first of all, any eliminations? No, none. Third place, bid of 12 in 5.61 seconds was Natter. Second place with a bid of 12 in 3.66 seconds was Fetz. First place with a bid of 12 in 1.68 seconds was...
Passage has been granted to Dracula, with a bid of 12 and a response time of 1.68 seconds.
Mark's ticket has resolved, very much that. It's Ape Minky, aka Dracula, who manages to get passage on question number 8. There are 8 players through. Ape, the first player on the front row. Let's light you back up, or turn the lights off. Who is the highest scorer who doesn't have passage at the moment? I think it's Woollyback on 40. We've got AB Me on 38. We've got Cola on 38. We've got Jack on 35. We've got Natter on 35. JR on 37 as well. And Lingo, no, tell a lie, Lingo up at the top on 55. He's tucked away at the top. Lingo with the high score, but not yet with passage. So those players with the highest score have got the most opportunity to bid the max and maximise their chances, but they've still got to get that speed in. We've got 2 questions left. Whoever doesn't get passage by the end of question number 10 will be eliminated. Let's go on to question number 9. You're bidding up to a maximum of 13. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is comic books.
Comic books.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Right, Angel, Beast, Cyclops, Iceman, and Marvel Girl were the founder members of which Marvel superhero group?
Time.
It was the X-Men. The X-Men. The group has changed many times over the years, but you and your community know more about this than me, so no point in me explaining it here. I'm really not up on my X-Men stuff, but the MCU I'm a little bit up on. Now, I've got some I need to condone here, because we had X-Men and X-Spacemen, but not X-Men, and there are a few people who put that, so let me go through them one at a time, starting with... That's an interesting answer still, Carl. I mean, I think I know what you're getting at, but I'm going to go through them in order. I think that was the cartoon theme. Yeah, it was a good theme. So, Apodo said X-Men. We'll allow that. Fets. Where are you? Where are you, Fets? There you are, X-Men. JR, can you suggest, if you've not done it already, auto-condone all answers of the same string in bidding war? AB Me said X-Men. Huds said X-Men. Where are you, Huds? There you are. We'll allow that. Lingo going Avengers, Yoniat Marvels, 8 Minky Teen Titans, Natter X Me. Yes, we'll allow that. Pyro going X-Men. Fantastic Four, Avengers, Teen Titans, Avengers, Famous Fight, Suicide Squad. Still Garth. I think I'm going to be generous. I think I know what you're getting at there. Now, there were a few people due for elimination here, but I've condoned 2 of them, Stilgar and Huds. But I think we have got our first non-AFK elimination in the shape of Yoni Yak. Unfortunately, your war is over.
Yoniak, you have been eliminated.
So, the top 4 bid 13. The 5th highest scorer only bid 6. 3rd place, with a bid of 13 in 3.79 seconds, was Stimson's Angle. 2nd place, with a bid of 13 in 2.7 seconds, was JR. And the fastest player, with a bid of 13 in 2.48 seconds... This may not be right because I've condoned someone. It was Jack Wilfred, but I've condoned Apodo Nuevo.
Passage has been granted to Apodo, with a bid of 13 and a response time of 2.25 seconds.
This is why I don't say the name before I click the button. I just spotted that at the last minute. Apodo was the first to answer, but I condoned them so it didn't show up on my log. Jack, you were the next fastest, 2.48 seconds, but Apodo got there in 2.23 seconds. You were 2.43 or 2.48, depending which one you read. I don't know you. You got the 9 points, Jack. Well, Jack could get in on the next question, but Apodo got there now because I had to do the condoning. I should have caught that when I proved it, that we should have had X-Men without a space or a hyphen. Let's reset. We've got one more question in this round, and then the serious stuff begins. I'm going to concentrate on this one. Bidding from 1 to 14. And if you've not qualified yet, your best bet is probably to bid the maximum that you can. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is American sports.
American sports.
Time.
Okay. Good
Get
luck,
ready
everyone.
for the question.
Here's the question. Supposedly placed in 1945, the curse of the Billy Goat was eventually broken in 2016 when which baseball team won the World Series?
Time.
It's the Chicago Cubs, not the Red Sox. I would have thought it was the Red Sox because that's the only one I know about not winning for ages. But because I've watched the TV show Lost, I know that they won the World Series in 2004. That is actually a plot point in Lost at one point. So, anyone being eliminated? Let me just check the answers very carefully. Yankees, Red Sox, that's baseball, Yankees, Red Sox, Yankees, the winning team, White Sox, San Diego, Boston Red Sox, Dolphins, Eagles, New York Red Sox, Astros. So there's nothing I need to condone. We have got some eliminations. 5 players out of points. Unfortunately, it's the end of the war for Dalton, Proogs, Flyboy, Jogging, and Huds.
Ollie, Proogs, LYB0Y1, Jogging Chum, Hood 601. You have been eliminated.
5 players eliminated there. Anyone who doesn't get passage will be eliminated in just a minute. And I can tell you the top 5 all bid 14. So if you didn't bid 14, you are going to be eliminated. Third, with a bid of 14 in 4.39 seconds, was AB Me. Second, with a bid of 14 in 4.38 seconds, 0.01 seconds faster, was Ardenfetz. And with a bid of 14 in 3.99 seconds, the 10th qualifier for round 3 is...
Passage has been granted to Junior, with a bid of 14 and a response time of 3.99 seconds.
Well done, Junior, and Matt the Ref, welcome to the stream. And so, we have our 10 finalists. They are, or no, not finalists, round 3ers, Vertigo, Shapes, Oni, Toot, Brisb, Clive, Ben, JR, Dracula, aka Ape, and Apodo. Congratulations, you're through to round 3. For everyone else, I'm afraid your war is over.
End of round 2.
Oh. It doesn't say the names at the end of round 2. It should do. I've already got a note that I should only play that sound once. The X-Men of Bidding War, indeed so. Junior has just come in as a raid message. Oh, bad luck to everyone else who's been eliminated. Very lefty tonight. Sort of lefty round 3 players, but well done. Who's leading the pack? Toot with 98. Clive just behind with 97 after I made everything right with the world. Ben has 70. JR has 64. Oni has 60. Apodo has 56. Shapes has 50. Vertigo and 8 both have 46, and Brisb has 44. Could make for an interesting round 3. If you've been eliminated, thanks for playing. Don't forget you can still play along in the behind the scenes game. There is a lobby medal available for the best scoring player at the end of the game, and of course still quiz. Quiz is good. So without any further ado, let's play on round 3.
Round 3. Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Sorry, Anya told me to text her if I needed a drink, and I have. She hasn't replied, and she's not read the message out. I'm worried she might have fallen asleep. I might have to get my own drink, but let me read you the instructions first. You're going to face up to 8 questions. Gameplay's the same as round 1, but the bid range is now unlimited with a default minimum bid of 5. If you've got fewer than 5 points, your bid will default to your total points. At the end of each question, the player or players with the lowest score will be eliminated. So every question, one player, or possibly more than one player if there's a tie, will be in peril. and that is the player that needs to try and maximise their score and not be in last by the end of the question. Play continues until only 2 players remain. In the event multiple eliminations on a single question results in fewer than 2 players remaining, a player or players with the highest total correct count will be brought back for the final. So there is still a chance, people who've been eliminated, you could get a wild card. I don't think it's happened yet since I've reskinned Bidding War, but it could. So do keep playing, because you could get a chance for a wild card final. So I'll let you read those instructions again. I'm going to top up my glass and I will be right back. She's been on the phone. Bloody hell. They're walking into my office. It's like walking into like the Gobi Desert or something. It's just like 1 billion degrees in here. Even with the fan on, the heat coming out of this room is insane at the moment. She's been on the phone. That's why she didn't see my... She's going to go pop another bottle. And then I think... In fairness, I'm not just expecting waiter service. She did explicitly say to me... I can't yap. She did explicitly say to me, text me if you want a top up. Actual fires and said, yeah, it is warm in here. Right.
Briz, you are in peril.
Briz, you are in peril. That's a mood. Briz, you are in peril. You have the lowest score at the moment. You must try and not have the lowest score by the end of the question. But remember, in this round, if players go all in, here's the thing you've got to remember. If you go all in and you get it wrong, you could be eliminated. We can have multiple eliminations on one question. So sometimes going all in isn't a good strategy, even if you're really confident on the category. Okay, so just think carefully before you place your bids. Minimum bid is 5, maximum bid is your score. Or go all in, you know, make your own choices. Good luck. It's survival of the fittest. Here is question number 1, and the category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is West End Plays.
West End Plays.
Time.
Thank you, sweet. There are a couple of all-ins here. Clive has gone all in for sure.
Get ready for the
maybe
question.
It's just the one. Here's the question. Created by Steve Pemberton and Rhys Shearsmith, Stage Fright is a 2025 comedy horror play based on which BBC TV series? I've just been given an entire bottle of Prosecco here. Now the door's open, which means I can't smoke.
Time.
That is time. The correct answer is Inside Number 9. Which is a show I've seen all of 1 episode of, but feel like it's a show I'd probably enjoy. Go on, piss off. No, out. Out. Dexter, get out. Get out. It's too hot for dogs. Good boy. Sorry, we're getting to serious territory here. Inside Number 9 was the answer. Vertigo just going for number 9. I can't accept it. There is a critical word missing there. You are going to lose your bid. Horrible Histories from JR and Blackadder from 8 Minky. All of those are wrong. It's too hot for dogs. Yeah, it is too hot for dogs. You're going to lose your points. Let's update the podia. Brisb, who was in peril, did give the correct answer Inside Number 9 and got 16 points. They didn't go all in, even though they were in peril. Sometimes when you're in peril, going all in can be sensible. But Brisb choosing not to do that. Let's update the podia. And we have seen a message from our sponsor, TVP.
One of the lights decided to rebel and not turn off. Hats off to light number 3.
Occasionally it does this, yeah, there's a graphics bug. It'll reset itself when we get to round 4. But yeah, that's a thing that sometimes happens, and I've not been able to figure out why. It's on the list, but yeah. Brisb has managed to save themselves. They're up to 60 points. They're no longer in peril, and it does mean Vertigo with a score of 16. Your war is over.
With a score of 16, Vertigo, you have been eliminated. Dracula, you are in peril.
Dracula is in peril. Well, Abe, you're the low scorer now with 36. How do you want to play this is up to you. Do you go all in and hope for the best? Let's find out. That's normally the good strategy when you're at the bottom, I think. If you're in peril, go all in. It's normally a good strategy, but... Or not necessarily. Not necessarily, because someone else might go all in and end up lower than you. So, anyway, I'll let you wrestle with that. Time to make a decision. Bid on the category of...
Get ready for the category. The category is World Rivers.
World Rivers.
Time.
Okay,
Get
Toot's
ready
bidding
for the
100
question.
here. Let's have a look at the question. Which river provides around 90% of water that flows into the Dead Sea?
Time.
Quite a lot of wrong answers here. It's the Jordan. The River Jordan provides 90% of water that flows into the Dead Sea. It is not the Nile, as a lot of players went for. No, it's the River Jordan. Oh, this could be interesting. Wrong answers in there just to go through them. Volga, Nile, Nile, Danube, Volga, Nile, X. All incorrect. Let's update the podia. Ape was in peril. Ape is no longer in peril, though they might be on the next question because somebody went all in and got it wrong. Ben, you're down to 0 and your war is over.
With a score of 0, Ben, you have been eliminated.
Oh, is that what it is, Ape? Well, that's nice. That's good to hear.
Dracula, you are in peril.
Dracula, you are in peril again with a score of 22. Let's go to the next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics.
Time.
Big bid from Shapes here of 140.
Get ready for the question.
Ape just going 16. Here's the question. The skeleton bob has been a regular feature at the Winter Olympics since the 2002 games, held in which US city?
Time.
That would be Salt Lake City. It was held twice before in 1928 and 1948 when the games were held in St. Moritz, Switzerland on the famous Cresta Run, but the 2002 games were held in Salt Lake City, which is in... oh shit, I should know that. Utah. Of course it's bloody Utah. Yes, I got there. So... let's see as we update the podia. Wrong answers Chicago and Vancouver, and no response there from Toot. Oh, Toot didn't get a response in. How much did Toot bid on that one? Toot bid 50. So it's a bit of a swing for Toot. Let's update the podia. Not enough of a swing that Ape is getting out of peril. I'm afraid Dracula twice in peril. Your war is over.
With a score of 6, Dracula, you have been eliminated. Brisb, you are in peril.
Brisb, you're back in peril. With a score of 40 this time. This is when you get to the silly point of the game where you end up in peril with a score of like 2009. But Brisb in peril at the moment with a score of 40. Get your bids in. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is Celebrity Children.
Celebrity Children.
Time.
Brisb is not hesitating this time. They're all in. Toot's also throwing 200 into the mix. Let's take a look. Also famous in the world of fashion, who is the mummy of model Kaya Gerber?
Time.
I like Apollo's answer of Berber Gerber and Brisb's answer of Waves. Only Toot getting it right there. It was Cindy Crawford. And Toot's score is still ticking up to 424. Let's update the podia. Shapes losing a lot of points there. Shapes bid 90 on that one, but still with 220 to play with. Brisb has reduced their points to 0, though unfortunately your war is over.
With a score of 0, Brisb, you have been eliminated. Junior, you are in peril.
Junior, You are in peril with 59. Let's take a look at the next category. See where you want to go.
Get ready for the category. The category is 2010s films.
Okay, TTS. 2010s films.
Time.
Two going for 250. Clive going for 174
Get ready
here.
for the question.
JR all in but one. Here's your question. Which English actor played fashion designer Reynolds Woodcock in the 2017 film Phantom Thread? If you don't watch films, JR, why did you bid 59 out of 60 points?
Time.
It was Daniel Day-Lewis, a film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. I think Daniel Day-Lewis retired after Lincoln and then he changed his mind and came back to do this one. Or was that a later film? Oh, Because You're in Peril, of course. Wrong answers: Tennant, Eddie Redmayne, Robert Pattinson, Emma Watson, and I don't watch films. Sad face. Let's update the podium. Oh, Clive. Clive going all in, looking to maximize his fortune, but it has not paid off, and we've got a double elimination here. We're going to forego the final question of round 3 because JR and Clive, both of you, your war is over. Oh no,
With
it's
a score
death.
of 0, Junior, Clive, you have been eliminated.
What a shame.
What a shame, down from
You are
174.
in peril.
Apodo, you're in peril with 61 points. Let's see what you make of this next category. Take a look.
Get ready for the category. The category is classical music.
Classical music. That's a question you want to see, isn't it, Apodo? I bet you Apodo goes all in.
Time.
Yeah, of course he has. I think you're going to know this, Apodo.
Get ready
Just
for
my
the
hunch,
question.
just based on how I know you. Which Frenchman composed the orchestral poem Danse Macabre, premiered in Paris in 1875?
Time.
Yes, that is phonetically plausible. Saint-Saëns. If to be honest, if you'd written it without the bit in parentheses, it would have gotten through the spell checker. But yes, Saint-Saëns. Camille Saint-Saëns, most famously used as the theme tune to Jonathan Creek. You did know it, you did double your points, but I don't know if you've done enough because the points were too far ahead of you. Yes, you can, TVP. The maximum, I think I worked it out once, it's like 21,000 or something ridiculous like that. I don't know if the meshes accept it. Toot might be about to find out for us. Let's update the podia. Nothing to update because you were all correct. Apodo, it's the end of the war for you. 122, that's a bloody good score, but unfortunately you can go no further. Thank you very much for playing. Your war is over.
With a score of 122, Apodo, you have been eliminated.
Yeah, on the original, someone got like 2,000 once
Undefined,
TVP.
You are in peril.
Only you're in peril with 140. Only 2 places available in the final. Only 1 question left this round. Shapes on 200, 2 on 854. Well, 2 is fairly safely into the final unless he decides to play hubris and go for 1,708 points. I don't know what happens if you get to 4 figures in this game, so Toot might be about to find out. But Undefined, you're on 140. Shapes, you're on 200. This is where the interesting conjecture is going to be. How much are you going to bid going into this question? Let's take a look at the category. Good luck to you both.
Get ready for the category. The category is stage musicals.
Stage musicals. Of course you
Time.
did that too. Only going 61. Shapes going 60. Very interesting.
Get
Let's see what
ready for the
happens.
question.
In the stage musical Wicked, which character performs the song Popular? Ooh. This is
Time.
interesting because Shapes and Oni have gone for the same wrong answer. They both went for Elphaba. The answer is Galinda. Of course, Shapes bidding 60 meant that he would have been tied with Oni's original score, but Oni going 61 meant if he was right, he would have been 1 ahead of Shapes. I think neither have considered the fact that both of the other players are going to move at least 5 points because that's the minimum bid. So, Glinda was accepted without the A. Glinda or Galinda the Good. But Toot, it does manage it on the mess. Toot gets her to 1001. Very nice indeed. Now we know that you can have 4 figures in this game. Very well done. Let's update the podium and see what that's actually done to the scores. Shapes takes a drop, but not as much as Oni, who's down to 79. Good run, but going out on the bubble, I'm afraid. Oni, undefined. Your war is over.
With a score of 79, undefined, you have been eliminated.
Which means
End
we are
of
down...
round 3.
Sorry, computer. We are down to our last 2 players, Shapes and Toot. Shapes with 140, Toot with 1001. But all of that is for naught, because Toot will get a slight advantage going into the final, but beyond that, it all comes down to our final round. We've got 2 lights that are now rebelling. We've had this conversation, Proogs. Pay attention to the chat. The chair is on fire because the camera used to be there, and I decided I didn't want the camera in the game anymore, so I just replaced it with some texture I had lying around, which happened to be fire. I could put something else there, but fire seemed to work. The fiery chair, indeed. No, we said it quite near the beginning of the game, but that's fine. Right. Yes, it's Emily's hard drive is what's going on there. It's Toot versus Shapes. Let's play domination. The proverbial hot seat, indeed. Here's how to play.
Round 4. Domination.
Fucking hell. 61,440 is the theoretical maximum size. Of course you just worked that out for me, JR. Thank you very much, Dalton, for sharing that with us. And JR, thank you for your maths. 15 lit circles, which have now all come right again. Player who was ahead at the conclusion of round 3, that's Toot, has 8. The runner-up, that's Shapes, has 7. You'll face up to 10 questions. Gameplay is the same as round 1. The bid range is 1 to 3 with a default bid of 1. Answer correctly to swing the array in your favour. Answer incorrectly or abstain to swing the array in your opponent's favour. Both players' bids are factored into the swing, meaning there's a maximum swing of 6 per question. So if you both bid 3 and one is right and one is wrong, that's a swing of 6 to the player who was right. If one bids 3 and one bids 2, and you're both right, that is a swing of 1 in favour of the player who bid 3. Okay, so it's about risk, strategy, confidence, and well, knowledge. Get the questions right. First player to swing the array entirely to their colour wins the game. If no winner has emerged by the conclusion of the final question, the player with the most lit circles will win. Very best of luck to you both. Oh, you multiplied 1 too many times. 30,720. That's all. Yeah, I thought 40,000 sounded a bit high. So, Toot, Shapes. Let's just take a peep in the medal cabinets at this point. Toot has won 7 bidding wars. Shapes has won 1. 1 gold and 1 silver for Shapes. Toot, 7 gold and 2 silver, as well as 6 lobby. Shapes also winning 1 lobby medal in this game. Let's take a look at the first question.
Get ready for the category. The category is television roles.
Television roles.
Time.
Both starting strong with a bid of 3.
Get
Here's the
ready
question.
for the question.
Melissa Joan Hart and Kiernan Shipka have both played a TV witch with what first name?
Time.
This is, of course, Sabrina, which both players got correct in Sabrina the Teenage Witch and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, respectively. Melissa Joan Hart, 1996 to 2003. Kiernan Shipka from 2018 to 2020. I watched the first show. I did not watch the second, though I heard mixed reviews. But yeah, Melissa Joan Hart in the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Staple Nickelodeon, 5:30 every day of the week. If you grew up with Sky, yeah, that was the way it was done. Anyway, both players bidding 3, both getting it right. That's a deadlock. Next question. Take a look. Let's reset first of all, and let's take a look at the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is pop collaborations.
No, it's not. It's pop collaborations. Honestly, Emily.
Time.
3 and 3 once again. Strong plays from both players.
Get
Here's the
ready for
question.
the question.
Which female singer features as a guest vocalist on the 2013 Eminem song The Monster?
Time.
It was Rihanna. I knew this one from my days DJing at the university back in the mid-noughties. Toot getting the right answer. Shape's going for Ariana Grande, not the one. Rihanna was the expected answer, but BB Rexa, who co-wrote the song, sang the demo track, and that was featured on the backing vocals of the final version, is also accepted, though she is uncredited. I don't remember it either, but it's like Love the Way You Lie, which was also Eminem and Rihanna, but different. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like the way you churn. Or something. That's the only one I can do for you, which is Eminem and Rihanna. It's as close as it gets. Appropriate given the fire. That's a swing of 6 in Toot's favour. Blimey, Shape's on the back foot a little bit here. But chip and a chair, that's all you need. You've still got one circle lit. Can you press back against the might of Toot? Let's take a look at our next question category.
Get ready for the category. The category is Royal Family.
Royal Family.
Time.
Shape's on the aggressive here, unsurprisingly, with a bid of 3. Toot going more defensive with a bid of
Get
1.
ready for the question.
Here is the question. J.R. Moringer served as ghostwriter on what controversial 2023 memoir by the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry?
Time.
Spare is the answer, which is exactly what both of you have said. Because Shape's bid higher, I'm just trying to work it out. Yes, Shape's bid higher, so it's going to be a swing of 2. If Toot had been wrong, it would have been a swing of 4, but chip away at it. That's the way to do it. It's a swing of 2 in Shape's favour. Still alive, clawing back. Let's go to our next question. The category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is Endangered Animals.
Endangered Animals.
Time.
Both a little more cautious here, both with a bid of 2. Here's the question.
Get ready for the question.
Black, white, Javan and Sumatran are 4 of the 5 extant species of which animal?
Time.
That would be the rhinoceros. The 5th is the greater one-horned rhino, but that was too much of a giveaway, so we omitted it from the question text. Both bidding 2, both getting it right. That is another deadlock. 12 plays 3 still as we approach the halfway mark. Question number 5. The category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is World Landmarks.
World Landmarks.
Time.
Again, both bidding the same, this time with the aggressive 3. Could be Toot's game.
Get ready for the
Could
question.
be deadlock. Could be a swing in Shape's favour. Here's the question. Believed to contain relics of the Magi, the Shrine of the Three Kings is in the Gothic Cathedral of what German city?
Time.
The answer is Cologne, and that is game. Toot getting the right answer. Shapes going for Munich. It was all too much pressure. That one early swing on question number 2. Shapes fighting back a little bit, but not able to hold his own, and that is going to be a swing of 6 in Toot's favour. He's completed the array, and congratulations to Toot. You have won the war.
Congratulations to Toot. You have won the war.
And yes, that camera pan reveals that we are in the round in this particular game. In honour of Toot, who won the war, his 8th war victory. Very well played to you, my friend. Congratulations. Commiserations to Shapes. You do get a silver medal, your 2nd silver medal in Bidding War, Toot collecting his 8th gold. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard and see who gets the lobby medal. Scores from the bottom. Grams and Matt, who I think were defaulting. Other Matt the referee, joined late. Flyboy and Jogging and Yoniak and Woollybat with 9. Proves and Stimson with 10. This is total questions correct, by the way. Pyro with 11. Huds, Ollie and Jack with a very respectable 12. Colin Stilgar and Brisb with 13. CJ and Fett and ABB get 14. Solomon, Dracula and Halloweeny Mole and JR get 15. And all of these will be converted into pennies and added to your banks. Cola and Apoda with 16. Vertigo and Undefined with 17. Ralph and Lingo with 18. In 4th place, Ben with 19 correct answers, and the lobby medal goes to Clive with 21 correct answers and a maximum score of 194. Of course, Shapes taking the silver, and Toot with a gold with 26 correct answers out of 5 plus 10, 15 plus 7, 22 plus 5 in the final out of 27. 6 in the final, 28. It's pretty good going. And 1,001 points. I really do need to add a proper string casting on those numbers. I've only needed it because Toot's finally managed to break the 1,000 barrier and there's no comma after the first one. But there we go. Oh, very well done to you, Toot. Commiserations to Shapes, but great run. Can I extend my thanks to Quizzle for a wonderful pack of Bidding War. I like the Halloween theme that ran through it, even though we're not quite at Halloween yet. We are playing Bidding War at the Hallow stream. I think it's Vertigo who's written that. No, it's Fluffy Bunny. Fluffy Bunny's written Bidding War for Hallow stream, where we'll also be having Battlefront by Oni and Red Herrings by John. That's coming up on the 30th of October, the day before Halloween, so do come along for that. But yeah, good fun with the Quizzle pack. Always really loved it. Always great to proof as well, because yeah, it's very thorough. Great writer, and very grateful to him. Hope you enjoyed that game. It was great fun to host, and you've all been splendid and marvellous. Stick around because we have got the main game night lottery draw, weekend lottery draw, which is not actually a lottery for legal reasons, coming up in about 2 minutes' time. Do stick around for your chance to win some fabulous pennies. And congratulations to Toot. You have won the war. Give me just a couple of seconds to boot up the lottery software, which I can do by clicking that button. Let's go and do some ads very quickly, 2 minutes. We won't start the draw without you. Keep an eye on the chat because the code that you'll need to get in will be there. There's some adverts, and let's load up the machine. Oh, I'm excited. Love a bit of lottery at the end of the night. I hope you're all ready. I need to look for a potential raid target. We've got Flyers still there. We've got Spud. I think Tipster actually is probably a good shout because they're doing a streamiversary tonight. So we'll probably go and raid into Tipster in a minute. So do please stick around for the raid and let's spread the love. Even if you just pop over and say the raid message. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to reload that because it's done something strange. Oh my god, what is going on? Things are breaking. Well, they're not breaking. Right, let's try that one. Let's try that room code. Are you happier now? No, why do you keep asking me to join the room? I'm in the room. Launch game. Right, let's try again. They're already but this is a weird, quirky bug that I'm not quite sure where it comes from. Okay, we're having some issues with launching the software. I think it's operator side rather than graphic side. Just give me a minute. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'll just brute force it. I'll keep doing it until it works. There we go. We're in that time. So there's a weird thing. Sometimes it doesn't connect to the room and it throws me back to the try to connect to room screen. What do we do? We're playing lottery mode. That's the only config I need, I think. Right. So, I think, yeah, we're going to go raid Tipster, who's doing some Balatro. But, yeah, even if you're just going to stick around just to do the raid message into Tipster's channel, let's spread the love amongst our fellas, particularly Tipster, who's a great friend of the community. He's been around from the beginning. So it'd be good to go and share some love with him in a few minutes. So please do stick around for the raid. But now, it is time for some epic music. Live from the Game Night Studio Control Room, it is time for the main Game Night Lottery Draw. RBCL is the code, eventually. Come and join. I'm going to finish filtering these raid messages. There's quite a lot of them tonight. I don't know which one I'm going to pick, but yeah, I think we're going to go raid Tipster if they're still going later on. We're going to go and give them. So it'd be really lovely to give them a nice big crowd of people. So please do stick around, assuming they're still going in the next 10 minutes. Don't forget, I'm going to be back on Thursday next week with Plinko, Distinction and Risky Business by Vertigo, Proves and myself. And next Saturday with Battlefront, The Escape Artist and The Purge by JR, John and Oni. I really hope you can come and join me for that. Give us a follow if you're not doing so already. Don't forget you can come and join the Discord if you want to stay up to date with all the latest game night goss and come and hang out with us because we're lovely people. We're good people over here. We've got a few seats available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats still available. 32 of you obviously in the game so far. And JR wants a lottery draw. I'm going to do that very quickly and then I'm going to lock it up. I'll let you pick your numbers. Veal success. 607.
What a shame.
What a shame. You could have had 1,000. That's the way it goes. Right. 30 seconds to come and grab a seat. Hopefully better brained. That's the plan. Oh, hello, Sam. Welcome to the stream. Just coming in time for the lottery. Slotting in between Stimpson's angle and shapes there on the right-hand side. There's room for a couple more. We've got 15 seconds. Not stressed out by parkrun. I am. I'm not stressed out by it. I'm just upset I couldn't do it. Still can't be asked. But pennies is free, fake, made-up internet currency for you. Danger Nimbus. Oh God. Message from our sponsor TVP.
5, 4, 3, 2.
17 the day before.
-1. -2.
Joey Gateman, welcome to the stream.
-4. -5. -6. -7.
I might have to up my bit count if people are going to keep trolling with long TTS messages, but I appreciate the 100 bits TVP. Right. 17 the day before. Boots, 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 boots. There's no discharge from the war. We've only got 3 seats left. Tell you what, I would love to have a full bank of 40 people. What a chicken. Could have done. Look, seriously, we've only got 4 seats left. 3 seats left. If anyone is just lurking who wants to just potentially get some free pennies, I've not seen a full one. I mean, I could join myself. It doesn't involve quiz. You've literally got to type some numbers. Just come join in. Come on, let's get a full lobby. 3 more. 3 seats. Don't make me join myself. Let's see if anyone can join before I type it in. There's 3. Oh, there's 4. There's 4. I can't count. Clicky one box. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Well, I'm going to join. That'll make it 3. What's the room code? RBCL. Oh, I've got to validate my account. No, you're not putting... Don't put your chatbot in there. Yay, I've got a seat. We filled up the left-hand side. That's good enough for me. Right, I gave it 30 seconds. I filled up the left-hand side. That's good enough for me. 37 players in the draw. Let's lock that room code in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Room code is gone. No more entries, please. Whoa, this is the big one. Yeah, that was the odds of that. I could take it off myself if it needs be. Right, let's start the machine. There we go, that was easy. Lucky dip for all. 1 button. I love it. Your numbers are all rights reserved, degrees, Celsius, percentage, lambda, euro, and the bonus. Whatever the hell that is, not equal to. Was I the first to click? I bet I wasn't. No, I was not even close. Not even close to the first to click. Okay, get your predictions in. Or your predictions, your lottery tickets. You can have it to 10 tickets. If you press lucky dip all, then you just get a load of random tickets. Or you can do them randomized one at a time, or you can manually pick them. When I release the balls, any tickets that you haven't claimed will be automatically randomized. Graham's number, Avogadro's number, the golden ratio, pi, e, and the square root of 1. Those are good numbers. Right, 10 seconds to finish pressing buttons. If you're picking 10 lines manually, I'm afraid you're not going to have time to. Although that is a feature I'm going to add, that you can start picking numbers from as soon as you join, rather than having to wait for me to lock the lobby. There's probably a reason I did that. Can't remember what it is right now. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You picked all 10 manually. Good. Well, that means you've had time to do it. Veal success. Let's release those big money balls. Oh, I love the colours. They're not canonically accurate, but I don't care. I like them. I'll do that lottery for you at the end of the stream, TVP. We'll do the lottery draw first. In they go. Rudolph and set of balls numbers. I'll tell you which machines we're using in a minute as soon as we start the draw. So this is not a lottery, it is purely chance, with an opportunity for you to increase your pennies and celebrate in the game night fun. I hope you're all ready for the draw. Veal success. Let's start the draw. And tonight we're using Lancelot and set of balls number 5. Yeah, we really do need to highlight them as they come out on your devices. That's on the list. First one out is number 32. That's the first appearance in the main lottery draw. This is not a lottery, it's purely chance. What's a lottery? First appearance in the main lottery draw. On to our second. Another green one. It's 37. Also its first appearance in the main lottery draw, getting a little bit dancey up at the top there. But managing to stay in the machine, which is nice. Have I got any of those? I've got 32. I've got 32 on 2 lines. I've got 37 on another one. Third one out of the machine. It's a white one. It's number 1. First appearance in the main lottery draw. I think it did appear as the Thunderball on Thursday night. I don't have that in my logs. I can just remember. Number 1. I haven't got number 1. That's a shame.
What a shame.
Fourth ball out of the machine. It's another green one, number 36. First appearance in the main lottery draw. All the 30s coming out tonight. Have I got that one? I've got that one on 1 line. I've got that on 2 lines. Okay, definitely need to introduce a highlighter. It will be done. 3 others. Good start. Solomon Dodley after 4 balls. Here's the 5th one. It's another white one. It's number 9. First appearance in the main lottery draw. Of course, we didn't have a lottery draw last Saturday because I was away gallivanting at a gig. So, yeah, not as much data to go with. I think we've only had 2 lottery draws before this one. So, most of these being drawn for the first time. Let's see if we get a different colour this time. There's not white or green. Yes, indeed, it's the blue one, number 18. Second appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared on Saturday, the 27th of September, 2 weeks ago. We need another. No lottery draw is complete without a bonus ball. That yellow was sitting in the middle, but it looks like it's been agitated away. Tonight's bonus ball. Oh, we're going to need a second attempt. Let's agitate the balls. And have that one is another white one. It's number 6. First appearance in the main lottery draw. And let's have those numbers again, this time in ascending numerical order. Tonight, you've got number 1, number 9, number 18, number 32, number 36, number 37, and the bonus. It's number 6. Pan. And let's see those winning tickets. I got 500 pennies across 2 lines, which is very gratifying. I will fix these meshes so they're easier to read and in order. 1,000 for Solomon for 3 numbers. Very nice indeed. 1,000 for Matt. Very nice indeed. 1,000 for Colin. 1,000 for Shapes. Any other 4 figures up? 1,000 for Pyro, 1,000 for Natter, 1,000 for Bruh, Oni, Brew, and 1,000 for BC, and those are all the thousands. Various combinations of them across there. AB Me 250 across 1 line, TVP 750 across 3 lines, Solomon Dudley winning 1,500 across 3 lines, Apodo 500 across 2, SJ 1,000 across 4. That's the highest number of winning lines so far. Brisb 250 across 1, Lewis 250 across 1, JR 250 across 1, Matt 1,000 across 1, Silent Marine 250 across 1, Fetz 250 across 1, Colin 1,500 across 3, Shapes 1,500 across 3, Lupine 250 across 1, Woollyback 500 across 2, still got 1,000 across 1, Stimpson 750 across 3, Huds 250 across 1, Nando 250 across 1, Jerry 250 across 1, Prug 750 across 3, Ape 250 across 1, Fluffy 500 across 2, Oni 1,000 across 1, Jack 500 across 2, Natter 1,250 across 2, Pyro 1,500 across 3, Clive 250 across 1, Toot 250 across 1, Joey Gateman 1,000 across 4. Again, 4 seems to be the maximum number of winning lines. BC 1,250 across 2, and me 500 across 2. What fun. 50,000, I think. I'd need to go look at the logic. I haven't written it down anywhere other than in the code. I think it's 50,000. Agitated away. Yes, we agitated the balls. All that's left for me to do is roll the credits, pick a raid message. Oh, I've got to do TVP's lottery. Let me do that while we're in lottery mode. Veal success. Whoa! Holy shit! Let's have that thing. Oh no, my soundboard's not working tonight. 7,007 pennies added to your total there, TVP. And that should also have refreshed the penny bank. Oh, hello. Ted601, thank you for the raid. The cats have just finished streaming for the night. Welcome, Raiders. Ted601 is... Let's give them a shout-out. I've already shouted out HUD601, although I didn't give him a proper shout, so I'll give him a proper shout-out instead. Ted601, joining the raid train. Oh, bloody hell, that's not how you type. Ted601, there we go. That is Huds' Cats channel, which are very often on during the day in the background over here when I'm at work at home. Huds has 2 cats, Ted and Alfie. Last raid we do on the loaf cam. Well, I'm very grateful and welcome on in, Raiders. Huds' main channel, incidentally, is that one right there. So do go give them a follow, both of them, and thank you very much for that raid. Do stick around because we are in turn going to go on to raid Tipster, who is celebrating a stream anniversary, and it'd be really good to share some love over there, especially since we've got quite a good crowd in at the moment. Hope you got some pennies there. I'm going to pick a raid message in just a minute. Enjoy the credits, and I will see you for the raid in just a minute. And I will consider it a very great honour that I'm getting the last raid from Ted601, since that channel is apparently going 24/7 from Monday, which is very exciting. We look forward to seeing Huds' cats permanently. Big brother cats is what we'll call it. I'm going to pick a raid message, and then I think we're going to raid Tipster, who looks like they're still going, which would be lovely. So, Pity Pennies to Proogs for Jack Wilfred was cross, to Brisp for Roland killed Potter, to Danger for Legally Distinct Answer Smash, for Ardenfetz for This is Funky Again. Red Wine, no, that might be a winner actually. Ben is an idiot sandwich to Huds. Huds' wife is a hot water bottle, but with parentheses around strategic words. That's going to Huds there. Just Junior from Colin. It's too hot for dogs from Colin again. Dracula is still in peril. Junior, you are in peril. And no silver for Dracula. Those are the pity pennies. I've got a few left which might be our actual raid message. Nope, Jerry's getting pity pennies for passage has been granted to Dracula. A 65-inch jump scare for Solomon Dudley. Olive Garden and ketamine for Danger Dimples. Oh, and I've got it down to 2? 2 or 3? 2. Got it down to 2. Jerry, red wine concluded. We have got... no, it's not going to be that one, Jack Wilford, I'm afraid. We have got a raid message. We are going to go and raid Tipster. Can I once again extend my thanks to all of the writers for this evening. Marvellous job to John for Crossfire, to Fluffy for Cryptex, great pack of Cryptex, and to Quizzle for Bidding War. Really, really high quality trivia tonight. Massive thanks as well to Stimson for proofing John's Crossfire pack. Yeah, thanks very much everyone for joining me. To everyone who's come in from Hudson's community tonight, I know there's been quite a few of you. You've been most welcome. It's lovely to see you. You're welcome anytime. Don't forget you can come and join the Discord server if you want to hang out some more. I'm going to be back on Thursday with Plinko Distinction and Risky Business, including a pack of Risky Business written by me, if I ever get round to finishing it. Our raid message tonight goes to AB Me for 100 pennies. Is lock up your children, which I think I said at the start of Bidding War, and it's just sort of left, yeah, that one's the one that stuck out with me. Lock up your children is going to be our raid message tonight. We are going to go and raid the one and only Tipster, who's playing Balatro. He's doing a stream anniversary tonight, so do come over in the raid. Just say hi and lock up your children, and let's spread the love. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush, this Saturday evening. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to be back on Thursday, and until then, as always, take care. Peace out. No, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. That's the line. That's the line. Splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And until next time, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out. And good night.